Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to the Nocturnal Nerdcast, Pop Culture in the Dark, the best, slightly earlier late night stream in the world. Sorry, I got an alert on my phone right as the stream was starting, that my phone buzzed, and I was like, "What is this?" Anyway, I want to give a shout out already. Keyblade here, Keyblade Master Jeffrey, is your birthday today. Happy birthday! Hope you're having a great birthday. Hope it's doing good for you. Over here it's been kind of rainy and a little dreary the last few days, but hopefully you're enjoying your birthday and you're having a good time. Glad to have you with us. What's up, everybody? We got some team members in the house. Give a little extra special shout out. Jose's here. Good to see you. South Texas Shark in the building. Of course, we have Fetman here. Good to see you. Okay, so I was going to give an update on this. My brother is recovering. He's in the hospital still. He should be getting out either tomorrow or Saturday. The surgery was successful, so he's just recovering now, and hopefully no more issues, no more problems, nothing like that. I forgot to hit my on air thing. Oh, it's not working. Well, that's a bummer. I'll figure it out in a moment. Probably got unplugged. I was doing some work back there. Anyway, but yeah, thank you for asking. He's doing good. He's in a lot of pain because obviously surgery sucks, but yeah, he's good. He's good. I might go up and see him tomorrow. I was gonna go see him today, but he seemed like he didn't want company. So yeah, there we go. Jordan chiming in. Thanks everybody for asking about him and all the well wishes. I do appreciate it. Haven't caught you live in a while. Anyone know what happened to Paigey? Is he just taking a break? Paigey is just not. He might be in the chat tonight. He comes in the chat sometimes to talk. But Paigey's just been busy. He's doing other stuff, so he just hasn't been on YouTube. When was the last time he made a video? Hold on, let me go to Paigey's channel. I haven't actually checked his channel in a while, so let me see. Let's see. Hold on. What to do? Share screen. Let's take a look. All right, here's Paigey's page. 3 months. Three months. That's crazy, fam. What is going on, Paigey? Have you lost the will to live? Is that what's happening? Is that what happened? 3 months. Holy shit. It's been a moment. Yeah, no, he's just been busy with like life, I guess is the best way to put it. He's gonna join us on a Saturday. A Saturday this month. I just don't know which Saturday I'm going to be live yet. I have to figure out which day I'm going to do it. But he's going to join us on a Saturday, so that'll be a lot of fun. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for asking, Jordan. I do appreciate it. I actually think because I went live a little bit earlier tonight, only because I have to be up early in the morning and I didn't want to cut the show short. So I was like, I'm going to go live a little bit early. So I told everybody on Discord, all of the normal guests, that I was going to go live early. And I think everyone sort of acknowledged it. Let me double check here. I think everyone that normally comes on acknowledged it. Jake did, Darren did. I didn't see anything from 3Dub. Lance knew about it. I think I actually snuck in without it's just us right now, which is crazy. It's been a minute. It's really been a minute since I've been on, like just chatting with you guys. Why are we looking at Paigey's channel here? Let's take this down. Fuck Paigey. It's over 5 minutes in the video. I can say that. Anthony says he must have a job at KFC or something. I don't think that's it necessarily. Maybe it is. Maybe he's serving burgers somewhere. Not really sure. Happy you went live. I'm going to ask the chat right now. Would you guys prefer that we start the stream around this time? I mean, some people don't care. And if you don't care, that's fine. But I'd love to hear if people do care. And if you do care, would you prefer that the stream starts at this time? I'm just curious. I'm seeing a lot of yeses. Because if we do it at this time, people don't have to leave. But like a lot of you guys leave early because I think it goes on about an hour longer than people can stay. So if I start an hour earlier, then people can stay a little bit longer, right? Does that make sense? I think that does make sense. It's just math. The math is mathing. I'm really annoyed that my on-air sign is not working. So I'm going to talk to you guys while I go fix this. So you're going to see me get up to go fix this. Just know I can't read the chat for a moment, but you will hear me talking. Even though the mic has a noise canceller, you should still hear me talking. I want to see if it works because I'm really annoyed that it doesn't. I'm really annoyed that my on-air sign is not working. All right, let's see. Here's the cord for it. Coming down here. Going up to here. Ah! I see. My work laptop was off. It must have restarted, and I didn't know. If you guys can hear me, we have fixed the problem. The problem is now fixed. That explains it. That explains the whole thing. Now it should turn on, no problem. There we go. All right. It seemed really dark, right? Wasn't it really dark over here? It felt extra dark to me. Now all is right in the world. Now I feel like the room is brighter, which is what I wanted. Yes, I saw the newest Peacemaker, but I'm not going to spoil anything at the moment. We're not going to talk spoilers tonight. There is a super chat that we will talk about, but it's kind of spoilery, so I will just acknowledge it, and then we'll talk more about it on Monday. Why am I blanking on Monday? What the hell? We do have Ronan arriving in the building, the first to arrive.
What's up, man?
What's going on? I went live a little bit early tonight to test something out, and it seems like the chat prefers this time, so I might start doing them a little bit early because I know some people get tired by the end of the stream and they're yawning and they're like ready to tap out and stuff. So might start a little bit earlier.
I'm shocked I'm the first one. I'm like, damn.
I think the real story is I think 3Dub takes naps before the stream and he didn't look into the chat to see that I was going live an hour earlier. So he's going to wake up and think that he's getting here like early and it's going to be late actually. So
okay.
Lance goes, ooh, my favorite Latin brother. I actually went live because I thought Lance could come in because normally he can't come in because it's so late. Now he's in the chat just trolling. What is happening?
Jump in, man. Yeah.
Did you see Peacemaker yet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to read the super chat, but we're not going to dive too heavy into it because the diving into it would spoil some of the stuff in the episode. Maybe not. We'll read the super chat and see where we go with this. So it's from Silhouetted Anime with the $5 super chat, getting the ball rolling. Thank you so much. Which, by the way, did I turn the goal live? I did. Okay, goal is live. We'll talk about the choices here in a second. I got some really cool choices. Hey, Eric, look up the carrier ship from Wildstorm's The Authority. I already know where you're going with this. Relevant information for today, particularly won't elaborate further. Yeah. So so what I love about mid-season episodes is they answer questions and then they establish new questions. It's usually like that passing off. Like you find something, you find a bunch of stuff out, and you end some of the mini storylines and you set up the storylines for the rest of the season. And they did a really good job in this episode doing that. I have to say that there's a couple of things that I really, 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 really want to talk about, especially about Michael Rooker's character. And I'm going to wait until Monday to talk about it because I know some people have not seen it yet. But I will say I've got some thoughts and opinions, and we'll discuss those on Monday. But
I had heard some stuff about his character before I watched these episodes,
Mhm.
and I'm like, huh? And some friends were like, "Yo, that is weird," and I was like, "Oh no!" And I'm like, "Does it feel like this?" And I threw out a reference, and they're like, "Oh my gosh!" One of my friends was like, "Oh my gosh, that's almost near perfect. That's so cringy," and it's just like, "Oh boy."
Yeah.
But again, I love that over at with this show, this season specifically, it's just the character stuff. It's just driven by character stuff. Even something between Economos and Tim Miato's character that happens that I'm like, well, that was bound to happen. Like, like in a weird way, I'm glad it happened, but just like it's all character stuff, and I appreciate that so much.
You do your reviews of that on Friday, right? Like you talk about it on Fridays. Yeah. So I'll probably watch that on playback because I'm curious to hear what you have to say about it too. We'll talk more about it on Monday though. Mario here says Nintendo Direct tomorrow. We may potentially get news on the second Mario movie. Yeah, maybe. I do have a little bit of video game stuff to talk about tonight in the extra tab section. There's a couple different things I wanted to discuss. I was going to wait for if Jake is coming, I think he is, for him to get here because I know he plays games as well, just to see some of his thoughts on it. I know Darren's not a big gamer, so it's probably not super exciting
stuff
to him.
Like talk about over the past week that's happened.
Yeah. Let's see here. I had another tab open. Where's it at? Oh, it's over here. All right, where is this at? We're going to get some topics, just some stuff to talk about with the chat while we wait for everybody to arrive. There's a lot of small things to talk about. So I saw some stuff over here. This is from Variety. And I hadn't read the article yet. Let me click it open while we leave the tweet open, and I'll kind of go through it. Actually, you know what? We'll just go ahead and do this here. Women make historic gains in streaming as 36% of TV creators are female. I didn't know it was that low. I thought it was higher than that for some reason. That seems a little bit low to me, honestly. A wild Darren has arrived.
No.
In the flesh. Without a hat on. Hi,
Darren.
Still not running.
Yeah, so I actually thought this was kind of crazy that it was this low. I thought it would be higher than this. I don't know why in my mind I felt like there was a lot more. I guess, okay, so that was me being susceptible to like internet bullshit. Because internet bullshit would have you think that women are making like 80% of stuff that's on TV and movies now. And so I guess I bought into that. So that's my own fault. But yeah, it says here that this was a 36% of TV creators are female. And then it goes on to say that there's a block here that I'm not going to care about. According to a report from Boxed In on women representation in TV, the figure is an all-time high for women TV creators from 27%. On broadcast TV, women constitute 20% of creators, a number that remains stagnant from last year. Considering both broadcast and streaming platforms, women made up 27% of creators from 2024, 2025, a 4% uptick from the year prior. But now it's gone up a lot. I mean, 36% from 24% is a pretty big jump. The study found that programs with at least one woman creator have employed dramatically higher numbers of women directors, writers, and editors than programs with exclusively male creators. On shows with at least one female creator, women constituted 42% of directors, 62% of writers, and 32% of editors. On programs with exclusively male creators, women, 20%. How could it be exactly the same percentage?
It's sadly the day and age we're at. That doesn't surprise me, sadly.
Are they like making sure they mathematically equate how many women are working for them? Is that what's going on with these?
I mean,
with the guys in charge.
Probably. I mean, they're probably either trying to make their quota or trying to be like, look, it's getting better. Can't you see? But it just like sadly that doesn't like. Off the top of my head, I only know 2 female showrunners, and one of the shows hasn't even come out yet.
Guys, daddy has arrived.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Wow. Okay.
Why? Wow. You don't have a hat on.
Jeffrey.
I know. I said the same thing.
That's the second person who said that.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought this was kind of interesting only because I thought it was higher than this. But that just shows that even me being like positive about the industry, there's always some bullshit going on pretty much.
Sadly. Yeah.
We want to talk about some Supergirl stuff. Do we feel like talking about Supergirl? I think that'd be interesting. I saw this and I don't know if this is real or not, but let's discuss it only because I'm seeing mixed opinions about it.
Oh boy.
So this is the news that comes from Daniel RPK.
I love him so much.
I know.
I thought you meant like CW Supergirl. I was like, oh, really?
Melissa Benoist. Oh,
yeah, and Supergirl Krim will have a different look than in the comics. He's described as looking more like a monster who carries dead alien rats with him to eat. How do people feel? Look, you know me. I'm more about like the quality of everything. But this is what he looks like in the comics for anybody that's never read the story. This is what his character looks like. So very humanoid looking, honestly.
Yeah.
And obviously here's the actor that's playing the character. And I'm thinking like, oh, he looks a lot like
very accurate
this person. But apparently that doesn't matter because they're going to cover him in prosthetics and make him more alien looking, according to Daniel RPK. And then they show obviously the picture here from Peacemaker with the alien Peacemaker. Okay, so let's just go.
For the movie, though. I'm pumped for that movie.
Oh, me too. Nothing they're going to say about this movie is going to make me be any less excited about it, unless they say that Supergirl's not in it. Then I'll be like, what the fuck? But even if this is true, okay, let's take it as truth. We'll just say that it is true. That it's actually this is the real deal. What would be the reason for doing this? Why would they do this? What do you think the purpose of doing it is? Do you think there's some larger reason? Let's just, in your mind, no doubt, find out this is exclusive. It's coming from them. What would be the reason for them doing this if they decided to?
The same reason why they, same reason why they made Ultraman look different. Technically, I guarantee Lobo's gonna look slightly different. They want to possibly give Supergirl a more menacing looking threat, possibly appeal to the guys.
I don't know. It's like, again, it could also be artistic choice. It could be the director's choice. Like, you know what? I'd rather go more for an alien look. And if Gunn does really double down on, like, all right, it's their creative choice. It's their choice to bring this character to life. Like, again, costumes, some characters look wildly different than they do in the comics. Like, it's not a new concept. Why would they go for that? Even though the guy just, big beard and long hair would do the trick. I don't know why. I would think that as much as I love creature designs and prosthetics, I would think that would cost much more than just putting a beard and a red wig. I would think from an economic point of view, but I really don't know. But then again, I'm just starting to read the book, and so I'm a fan of the director's work prior with I, Tonya. I'm a fan of the actress, Mia Alcock. So until I see a trailer, right now I'm not feeling anything funky yet. I'm pumped. So
on the other side of that, can we talk about Daniel RPK's track record of being right? Like, this is a possibility this isn't real at all. Or he'll say like, oh, I got bad info or something like that. Like that's usually what'll happen.
Even the people who I follow, a lot of friends of mine, I think some of us here aren't big fans of. Even when I watch their shows, I hear they're like their scoops or exclusives. I always take it with a grain of salt. Some I lean in more like, okay, that's more plausible because of said track record. But it varies. All of these I always take with a grain of salt. I don't know if we're gonna talk about it, but later there was this whole thing with Marvel today that like, is this the first look of so and so? And I'm like, that might be it. I take it with a grain of salt, but it'd be cool if it was.
Yeah.
I'm not taking that with a grain of salt. That was at a Marvel event, and even that whole thing with the drone show, it matches, and they did the same exact thing with Galactus.
Comic-Con. I mean, I have a scoop for you guys if you want.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, my scoop is Zack Snyder is actually going to be taking over for the Russo brothers for Avengers, Doomsday, and Secret Wars. So
that's
so have fun with that. Yeah.
I think one of our friends just peed his pants.
Spider-Man will die at the hands of a resurrected Thanos, being impaled on Thanos' sword.
Why are you bending over holding your mic like that?
Because I'm in the process of rearranging. I got a new desk. And I promised my wife that this will be done by the time she got home. So I'm multitasking.
Okay.
Yeah. She doesn't want.
You got a lot to move around by yourself if you got a new desk. There's a lot to do.
No, the desk. I put the desk in yesterday. It's just the fact that I got new drums too, and she was like, "Oh, these damn cords are in the way." And
right. Gotcha.
Is that what she sounds like? An old troll.
Yes.
Oh no! I want to give a shout out to Crazy Joe's Concession Stand for subscribing. Thank you, Joe. By the way, if you'd ever like to join us on stream for one of these streams, let me know and I'll send you the link over. Join our Discord. The link is pinned to the top of both chats. If you can jump over there, make sure you ask for a role request. You guys can participate. I keep adding new channels. Pretty soon, it's going to be 1 million different channels in there. But you guys are in there. You're chatting. The community is really good. There's been a lot of great stuff dropped in there. Matter of fact, you guys dropped some great suggestions for topics. So keep doing that. Before we move on to the next Supergirl topic, I do want to give a shout out to what we're going to be doing with our super chat. So if we get to the super chat goal in the Reloaded channel, that's 10 super chats of any level. So 99 cents and up count. And I guess that means where you are in the world. 99 cents doesn't mean something to some people. So in any level, right? We're going to be doing something new.
Ooh.
The lists are going to be top 10 lists instead of top 5 lists.
Whoa.
Oh boy.
For tonight's episode? Or
No.
What's
the next
up?
one,
Okay.
like what we're doing now. So these are top 10 lists. If we hit the goal tonight, we're going to do our first ever
We'll be there
top
for a
10
while.
list.
I knew Darren was. I knew Eric was feeling kind of fancy and free. And I knew it earlier. I called it earlier. Like,
Yeah, you know. So the top 10 options. These are going to be great lists. We will probably dedicate half the stream to the list because it's going to be a lot, right? So if we hit the goal tonight, we got 3 hours to do it. The first option is top 10 worst movies of the last 20 years.
Fantastic.
So that's anything that came out from 2005 to now. Okay.
Okay.
The next one is top 10 best actors on TV shows.
Oh.
This is guys, girls, and everyone in between. So just any actors in TV shows.
Okay.
Top 10 best action movie scenes. So these can be the big scenes from movies. You have to pick your favorite 10 movie scenes.
I like that.
And lastly, top 10 worst superhero adaptations. And that could be live action or animated.
Okay.
So those are the options. Jake has arrived, everyone.
What's up? What I missed?
And we're just talking about Supergirl, pretty much. I do have another bit of Supergirl news. We'll look at that in just a second. If you are watching on the Debunks channel, it is 5 super chats of any tier. And I will post like a poll over there for essentially the same thing. I'll give you guys options over there if we hit it. So I'll wait. Is that we didn't hit last week on the Debunks channel? If we hit it this week, I will definitely.
Boo!
So, you know, they're doing the next door thing again in the chat. Jay.
Oh, of course.
So,
hey man, hey, he's changed. All right.
Hey, happy
After the last Eric stream, I'm not sure.
I will say, I think you guys probably already did it, but happy birthday to Jeffrey in the chat.
yes,
Yeah,
I did.
happy
I did
birthday,
earlier. Yeah, I did earlier.
I did it better than anybody. I made a short.
It's also
and I demonetized it because I don't make money off of my friends.
Oh, there we go.
I never got a birthday message, Lance.
Oh, wow.
me
Damn.
Birthday video.
Me either.
Damn.
Jeffrey's
me
special.
either.
And say it's also not only is it Jeffrey's birthday, it's also Tyler Hecklin's birthday.
Oh,
Uh,
so Jeffrey shares a birthday with Tyler Hecklin. That's
Yeah, and
incredible.
I share a birthday with David Cornsweat.
How do
And
we know
I share a
Jeffrey
birthday
isn't-
with Javicia Leslie. I don't, but
Oh my gosh.
You wish you did.
yeah.
Oh
wonder
no,
what
I'm not reading that comment from Ethan. I'm not reading that comment.
I was thinking it, but I
From
didn't say it.
Ethan, Not reading that.
I was thinking it, I didn't say it.
Oh no.
Who's my friend?
Good question, Lance. Well, I mean, I have been making a lot of tier lists for you.
Hey, you're doing that out of the kindness of your own heart because it's getting views. All right.
You're welcome.
So tonight, the thing I had in my notes, we talked about what the list was going to be tonight. I thought it was top 5 DC animated costumes. Is that the right list or no?
I thought it was characters.
I think it's characters,
So we have like those as 2 separate lists, but I feel like if we do those, I feel like we're going to be saying a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah, but how do we do it to make it make sense? Because I might like a costume that's not my favorite character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, there are like I went ahead and wrote down things for both, but
Or we could do a different list altogether. I mean, we don't have to do that one. Let me look at what we have left. Hold on. Let me look at what we have left.
Lance is looking a little caked up there with those basketball
Oh
shorts.
my god. Oh my god.
They're jogging pants, but thank you. I've been doing squats.
Oh
Hey,
no.
you said the same exact thing about me in one of your streams, and I still have the video.
I say a lot of off things in my
Wait,
streams. All right.
All right. So
remember that.
we already did top
Oh,
5
Darren,
video
you
game.
remember?
We did top 5 video game bosses, right? Didn't we do that one already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's not
We did
talk
top
about
5
what
comic
Darren-
book storylines.
Yep.
We did that one.
And Darren's like, I'm ducking out for that one.
Did we do top 5 cartoons with animals already?
No,
I don't
We
think
did.
I
so.
don't think we did. No.
Okay. Let's see.
shit.
What?
I know what it's going to be with him. It'll be Lion King probably. Let's do.
There is a Lion King cartoon. So.
Let's do DC animated costumes tonight, and then wait a while before we do characters, like favorite characters. So that way it's not so close together.
That'll
And
work.
I might tweak the character thing. We might tweak that one a little bit.
All right.
Like I might change the criteria of it a little bit. So we'll do animated costumes tonight.
So even though you started a little bit earlier, are we still only going to do one list?
We'll see when we get there.
Also, heads up, the costumes might also mimic the same characters I chose for my list. Just heads
That's
up.
what I was.
Yeah.
That's the main thing I was thinking about. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
we're probably going to see a lot of things carry
Similarities.
over.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's
it's costumes from cartoons or costumes from comics.
Animation.
It's
animated,
animation,
animated.
movies, and cartoons.
Movies and cartoons.
Okay.
Hmm.
I almost
Let me
want to cheat and say
Let me-
video games.
Let me think. Hold on. I'm thinking, how could I change it up to make it a little more interesting?
I mean,
Okay, let's do it this way.
if you
Top
really wanted to
5
make-
animated costumes of villains and top 5 favorite animated heroes.
That works.
Costumes of villains.
Specifically villain costumes or antagonist costumes.
Okay.
Just
and then,
for DC.
Then later on, do across the board. I'm assuming, right?
We'll expand it to all animated superhero shows.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, that makes it a bit easier then.
Yes.
This makes my head hurt. Okay. So,
Oh my gosh, that opens the floodgates.
It does.
So-
It does.
so tonight we're doing what?
No, tonight we're going to do top 5 favorite DC animated heroes. So subtract
Okay.
any villains you have on your list and
Okay,
replace them
gotcha.
with heroes.
Perfect.
And then the next list we're going to do is our favorite costumes from any animated villain show or any show animated villain. So
Okay, so this is DC animated characters.
yes, only.
Okay. All right.
Heroes.
Got it.
Yeah.
It's all out of the way. Okay, we got it.
Let's see. I'm going to send a link. You guys probably haven't met Joe yet. I talked to him the other day. He's a content creator on here as well. I'm going to send him the link because I want to hear his thoughts on the Warner Brothers Paramount thing because I know Lance has a lot to say about it.
Oh.
And that's going to be that's the big topic tonight. So
I
Let me
just
go
want to know,
ahead.
why does everybody believe rumors?
we'll wait till we get to it first, and then we can talk about all the people that believe it. We'll get there. We'll get there.
I mean, Lance, you know people will take that stuff and go the full country mile with it.
Something to talk about.
Let's see here. Let me
I love
reply.
that hat, Darren. I love that hat.
Thank you.
If you want to jump on, Joe, I sent you the link for the show tonight. No pressure. I just thought I'd send it over. If you want to jump on, it's entirely up to you. We haven't discussed that yet. That's the next thing we're going to talk about. All right. So James Gunn here says gives a Supergirl update, calls Millie Alcock the best bit of casting I've ever done. And I scrolled down here and I'm like, oh, this is going to be a long article. Let me tell you my process here. I was like, this is going to be a long article. It's got a lot of stuff to talk about. Literally, that's the end of the article, pretty much. So it says here, the whole article is about this quote. Supergirl, the movie, we're editing it right now, which is exciting. They're editing it, which means this is where the movie actually comes together. Movies are great or bad in the editing process. That's usually the way that happens.
Which means they have a lot of time for any things they have to, any special
Adjustments.
effects, anything like that. They have almost an entire year, which is exciting.
Supergirl, the movie. Oh yeah, Millie Alcock, who plays Supergirl, might be the best bit of casting I've ever done in my entire life. I think she's obviously stunning, absolutely stunning in the movie. I will agree. I wasn't totally sold, but then I saw her in Superman, and just that little bit that we got from her. Now I understand. This is why you can't always base your opinion just on how something looks when you're like going into a movie. You have to wait until you see what that looks like on screen with dialogue, with some motion, so you can get it. The vibe is she's a punk rock, like devil may care type character, and that's exactly what we got from her. And Millie can do that. That's what Millie does. It's different from Sasha's Supergirl. It's different from Melissa's Supergirl. So I'm really looking forward to this, and I think it's going to work perfectly in Woman of Tomorrow. Any thoughts on this?
I mean, I became a fan of her because of House of the Dragons, and as soon as her name came up for Kara, I was like, "Yep, that's good." And then I was not worried, but I was like, "Wait a minute, what about the accent?" And like, because they want to, more American accent instead of like English accent. And so I saw a little bit of her show on Netflix. She does have an American accent, and I was like, "Yep, that'll do." And then what I thought about it is like I've heard how brutal what the character goes through in the book, and so whenever she has a sweet moment or moment of like peace and being kind, it'll feel so hopefully earned and be like there's Kara, there's the potential of who she can be as Supergirl, and like that might be the case for best casting. Although right now, I do still think that like Rachel Brosnahan was a get for Lois Lane.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
I do still think that Indira, I forget the last name. It's either Indira Varma or Indira Zara as the bride.
Yeah,
in Creature Commandos is
Varma,
exceptional.
Yeah,
casting.
David Harbour's up there as well.
Yeah, like there's I think John Cena, frankly, like John Cena's a hell of a casting.
I'll go and throw Alan Tudyk's name in there too.
I love what he did with them. Yeah.
I feel like there's an obvious one I'm forgetting.
I know it's a little different, but because it is more voiceover and like mocap and stuff like that. But like Bradley Cooper as Rocket is like one in a lifetime casting. Like I cannot imagine anyone else playing that role.
I still think we need to get more Rocket in general, like something with Rocket that isn't necessarily directly connected to the movies, like maybe a special or something along those lines. I think it would be really good.
Yeah.
He had his own comic. That's how he.
Well, I mean, that was the plan to do like a Rocket and Groot like TV show prior to Gunn leaving to go to DC. So that almost happened. Which part of me is a little glad it didn't. I'm not sure how I would have felt about that in general, but maybe it could have been cool. I don't know. Like I'd be a little scared to see what that would have looked like, but no, I mean that like this makes me happy. This makes me, like I think Gunn's always done a pretty good job at casting. Like I can't think of a role where I'm like, that one was miscast outside of maybe a Maxwell Lord, but that's still to be seen. So we'll see.
I mean, maybe this just has to do with how the character was written, but through and through, his take on Adam Warlock did not sell me.
I don't think that's his
casting
fault,
was
though.
good, but that's just the writing of like, okay, enough with the dumb jock like stuff anymore and whatnot. And also, can I add that like kudos on DC for getting Millie right now, because after House of Dragons, I was shocked that she wasn't overbooked for stuff, and like I could have seen in a different world, in an Elseworlds, Marvel would have gotten her for I don't know, Jean Grey or somebody else, and it's just like imagine that timeline.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think I just really appreciate this casting, and I have to say, out of all of the upcoming DC projects, this one is the one I'm the most excited for. I think Clayface is going to be really good. No shade towards that. I think it's going to really do well. But this one is the one where I'm like, I want to see how they adapt the story from the comics. I want to see Jason as Lobo to see what they're going to do with that character. And I just want to see how they personify this Supergirl in her own movie.
And like he was originally going to be in that comic when it was being written back in the day. So
it was a draft.
Like they had to replace him with a no-name grunt, and they go, "Oh well, it's not really accurate to the comic if they're putting Lobo in it." I'm like, one, no one cared about that no-name grunt character. Two, they drafted him for the comic anyway. So if anything, this fits just fine. And I've said this multiple times too. Having him there in that role will not only, add a little bit more of an interesting flair to the movie, but it also builds out your DC world a little bit more.
Expands. Yeah.
Can I interject about the Clayface stuff?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, Lord Darren. But what I did not know, because I was never really a big Clayface reader or whatever. I knew about Basil Carlisle, but I did not know that. Carlo. What'd I say?
Carlisle.
But I did not know that when Basil was first introduced, he was not the Clayface that legitimately had powers. It was always Matt Hagen. Matt Hagen had powers, and then with the whole like reboots and everything, they ended up just giving Basil the shape-shifting powers. Basil was just, for lack of better verbiage, like hideously ugly. Like that's all he was. Like, but learning like that they gave like Matt Hagen had the powers, and that's who James Gunn is starting with. I'm like, yeah, James Gunn, he does the research. He knows what characters he wants to do. The guy who is writing this film, he's like, okay, yeah, let's do this right. Because honestly, if they wanted to just do Basil and just, I'm pretty sure now Matt Reeves can use Basil in his movies if he wants to, and do like the legitimate grounded Clayface, the one that does not need to be a shapeshifter.
Did they say that the Clayface in Commandos was Matt Hagen?
No, they they gave it no name on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Like, which I think makes sense because in Cape Crusaders, it's Basil Carlo, and it's very much a Phantom of the Opera type of Clayface, where like he's just changing his face, and he's not this big, like,
no, he's just the actor.
Yeah. It's not a creature like the way Matt Hagen is in Batman Taz, where it's like, oh fuck, like
right.
So we have Joe entering from Crazy Joe's Concession Stand. Good to have you, Joe. Go check out his channel, Crazy Joe's Adventures and Crazy Joe's Concession Stand.
Hello.
Hey, Joe.
Hey.
So we spoke with him. He's a huge fan of all this stuff, just like we are. Had a chance to talk to him the other night. We had a good conversation. Possibly going to meet up at Dragon Con next year, so that's a lot of fun. So, but I wanted to bring him on because you mentioned something about the WB Paramount thing. I'd like to have you here to talk about that when we get to the topic. So,
look, we're on screens back there.
Oh, it's Inception.
It looks like those like security cameras where you're just like watching from behind to see if we're doing anything.
Hey, Eric, just out of curiosity, you're meeting up with Joe at Dragon Con. When are you gonna meet up with me at San Diego Comic Con?
Why don't you come to Dragon Con? It's better than Comic Con.
Oh, are there dragons?
No, but Dragon Con has more things than Comic Con. Comic Con is just an announcement event. The Dragon Con has like a million things you can do.
I've never been to San Diego, but I've heard from people who've been to both that Dragon Con's better because it's, well, for one thing, it's fan run. Like, I think Comic Con's pretty corporate now, but Dragon Con's like very fan run. And like they're very much inviting into like fandom stuff. So if you've never done something or you don't know something about something, like there's so many panels. And Comic Con has in
Atlanta. Yeah, it's probably a lot less expensive too.
I might go to more D&D style. I heard it's more cosplay.
Oh, D&D is crazy. They have a whole like. The last time I went, there was a whole bottom floor of a hotel just dedicated to nothing but D&D and card games in general. So it was a lot of that going on.
I might go to both.
You should definitely look. Comic-Con is great for content. Dragon Con is better for having a good time. That's pretty much the way it is.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
More players who live on the East Coast go to Dragon Con than San Diego Comic Con.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk about this. I know because Darren and I have a feeling about AI and stuff, and I thought this was interesting. So if we think that Las Vegas Sphere is doing away with AI content, I mean, it's a lost cause at this point. The Wizard of Oz at Sphere is reportedly grossing $2 million a day. Execs thinks it could make $100 million within a year. Over 90% of the film has been touched up with AI. Fans are paying $200 a ticket They're talking to Warner Brothers about licensing other films, including Harry Potter.
Yeah. There's a Star Wars mention as well in there, which if they do Star Wars, like Star Wars and Harry Potter, I'd argue in the modern day, or at least bigger than Wizard of Oz. Like Wizard probably has a bigger like cultural impact, but like Star Wars and Harry Potter are such big fandom movies that like I assume they would do better.
We saw what happened last time a company, screwed around with AI and the Star Wars IP.
Oh,
that whole controversy with James Earl Jones.
They're not showing the whole movies? I didn't know that. It's their trimmed down versions.
Bruh.
What's the point?
So you're paying $200 to look. So the thing that I've heard that a lot of people like is the interactive stuff, like the wind's blowing and they blow the wind inside the building and things fall from the ceiling and stuff. All of that is fun, I guess. But the AI portions of the movies look awful. I saw a video of like the sky in Wizard of Oz, and you can clearly tell that the sky that the AI did is just a regular sky. It doesn't look like the sets in Wizard of Oz, which I think is pretty crazy. And as someone that grew up on a lot of these movies, not this one obviously because I'm not that ancient, but as somebody who grew up on a lot of the movies that they're thinking about doing, like Harry Potter and Star Wars and stuff, these are movies that like if people want to argue and complain about what's being done with modern cinema in terms of like these movies, how can you justify supporting this when this is literally altering the actual art, which is not what's happening with more modern movies and TV shows. That's just my opinion on it. Like, I feel like you should have a problem with this too as well, if you're looking at it that way. But the studios want money. An extra $100 million a year on an AI thrown together movie inside the Sphere, that to them, that's just free money, basically, at that point. Oh, you're muted, Darren.
If you take out the AI element, I would find this cool. You know what I mean? Like, I love the idea of this kind of interactive experience to like revisit your favorite movies. Like, that's awesome. That's great. But it feels weird. It feels it feels like corporate.
Short Cars says every sentence of this post is worse than the last. Yeah, it's like it gets progressively worse as you go on. It's just not great. By the way, Joe, I know it's your first time here with us, but if you feel like you want to say something, you can just jump in and hopefully, there's room for everybody. Let's see. What the hell? Dick butt Phil. What? What
the hell?
Hasbro just did the same thing to Power Rangers with AI.
What? Okay, explain.
They for their whole entire like reignition line that they're doing now, they recreated the first season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and enhanced certain scenes with AI, and on Netflix they're just airing it as like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers season 4.
What?
But it's just Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reignition, which is basically they did something similar but without AI a few years ago where they just tried to retouch it up. So now they're doing it again, but since AI is as advanced as it is now, they're just saying, okay, yeah, we can use this so we can sell these new toys.
That is so moronic.
Yeah.
Sorry, Darren, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, it's so weird to go on Netflix and be like, it's just like new episodes of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It's like, what are you talking about? It ended almost 30 years ago.
Right. They try to sell that stuff as somewhat current. It's like, no one's going to buy this.
So I do want to say that if there's anything that's going to stop the AI takeover, it's going to be lack of accolades. And it looks like there's new guidelines and awards that might stop this a little bit. The TV Academy establishes guidelines for its members when it comes to AI. And essentially, the 3 pillars of the guidelines: creative integrity, permissions, license, legal and commercial viability, accountability, transparency, and sustainability. So essentially, you can't use AI that has ripped off content, meaning that it has to be licensed AI usage, which would be through some sort of software that has been vetted by, this organization, or that has been vetted by the union, something along those lines. So this might be a way to prevent everything from turning into AI slop. Maybe. Well, Rhoda, you don't look too confident about it.
I thought I learned my lesson from Skynet. I thought I learned my lesson from all this stuff, man. Like, we are messing around with Pandora's box and be like, what's inside? What's inside? And it's just like,
what's in the box?
I have issues with AI, but the whole dome thing, I kind of feel like that's a little bit different because it's not like when you take something and put it on Netflix and that's going to be this is what you're going to get. You know, this is the norm. This is what's out there. That's one thing. But since that's like a one-time event, you're going to go to this, you're going to see it one time. It's kind of an experience.
Right.
But it's not changing the actual film as it's going, you know, when you stream it on HBO Max or when you put it in your Blu-ray. Yeah. So I think it's a little, I mean, we could talk about the price point, $200.
$200 for a trimmed down version of a movie. Yeah. I mean, that's
right.
That's quite interesting. I would think, like, for me, it's reminiscent of like back in the day when you would go see a musical or a play and they would incorporate elements with the audience that had to do with things that were happening in the play in a lot of ways. I just, and you're right, you can't replicate what's going on at the Sphere at somebody's house or something like that. Like, there's no, unless you have a lot of money. I mean, I guess you could make something like that at home, but not most people wouldn't have access to that. So we'll see. I'm still curious, like, what this is gonna look like for Hollywood after it's all said and done. One more tiny topic, and then we're getting into the big one, which is the Paramount WB thing. I thought I would talk about this when we talk about movies crossing $1 billion. You guys know how I feel about it. I think $1 billion is obviously a big shiny number, but that doesn't really necessarily mean a movie has been successful more so than another one because of $1 billion. But this list was interesting to me because it's like the 15 movies or highest grossing superhero movies, and it's no surprise to me that Endgame and Infinity War are at the top of the list. That's not really a shock to me. And then obviously Spider-Man No Way Home, and then the other Avengers movies are number 4 and 5. Then you just have a few more Marvel movies, but then surprisingly the first entry on the list from DC is Aquaman at $1.152 billion, the Jason Momoa machine back in that era.
That joint it still is like amazing. Like that,
the highest grossing DC movie. It's not a movie with Batman, not a movie with Superman or Batman and Superman. No, it's Aquaman.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I actually think DC made a mistake when they didn't pursue more things within the Aquaman world. Like when they canceled the what was it, the Trench movie that was supposed to come out. I think there were other things that people wanted to see in that world. They took too long to get the sequel out, which, by the way, obviously COVID affected it. So
it was dead on arrival by the time it came out.
Well, yeah, and obviously it was the tail end of a failed cinematic universe that we already knew was being rebooted.
It was also the most successful of the last batch of DC movies to come out.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah. Then we have Spider-Man, Captain Marvel, and then we have the Nolan, The Dark Knight Rises. Then we have the Joker and the Dark Knight, the two Joker centric movies, kind of there at the bottom of the list. It's really interesting to me because 11 of the 15 are all Marvel films. So it's like you look at that and you're like, people say that they might not be where they were, but when they were at the top, they were literally like. You couldn't get away from the success of the Marvel machine. And I don't know if any movie franchise will ever beat their numbers.
No.
I mean, it just seems like it's impossible when you're talking about like what $35 billion worth of sales in films on one franchise. I feel like that's
these numbers for the most part are over. Like, people like to be like, oh, will this make $1 billion? It's like, probably not. Like, most movies aren't doing that nowadays. Maybe Avengers next year, I think we'll probably get there.
Right. It's like those event ones are the only ones that are doing it anymore.
In terms of comic book properties, I think there's a couple that might do that outside of that next year. But, like, within it, like, you have your Spider-Man, you have your Avengers, potentially maybe a Batman if marketed correctly. And that's kind of it, I feel like, in like the superhero space right now.
Well, unless there's I feel like Spider-Man's even a bit of a question because the last two times the Spider-Man movie made $1 billion. The only reason I say that, is, yes, coming off the success of the last two, but the last two that came out, one was right after Endgame,
Yeah.
And then one was a movie that, ended up having all three of them.
I just want to point out that Spider-Man, and this is not to say there's anything wrong with your speculation, Jake, but Spider-Man as an item or a toy or merchandise or whatever is like leaps and bounds above Batman, which is the next highest one. And I mean, like, the absolute most recognizable superhero in the world is Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's not me saying it's not going to be successful, but look at Holland's first movie. It didn't crack the billion, but also, like I said, I think a large part of why the other two did, or more so Far From Home, is because it was the direct follow-up to Endgame. And of course, No Way Home, granted, that movie's still kind of an anomaly because it had released in a pandemic era, and it still had the third highest.
I said people risked their lives to go see Spider-Man.
That was
No Way Home. So.
It still had the third highest opening night ever.
But Jake, you also have to remember this Spider-Man movie is leading into two big Avengers movies.
That's true.
There's that, and that's part of the reason why ones on here like Captain Marvel got that billion, because it was leading into another Avengers movie. And you can't really say that about Black Panther because there were other factors that went into that.
That Captain Marvel thing always baffles me. I go back and forth about this. I don't understand why people say the only reason that movie did well is because of where it was placed. I just don't understand that. I'm sorry.
I don't think that's the only reason, but like back then.
But Ant-Man and the Wasp came out and it didn't make $1 billion.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. People always say any movie you put between those Avengers would have been $1 billion, and I'm like, Ant-Man and the Wasp wasn't.
No.
But the end of Infinity War is literally teasing Captain Marvel. So like Captain Marvel is almost
right.
Like,
so but the problem is,
War.
but the issue I have with that is, and this is something people tend to forget, the placement, marketing, and all of that when it comes to movies, it's all part of the process of making the movie, right? Like we've talked about how where movies are positioned can cause a movie to fail or be successful. So I don't know why that one movie gets treated differently because they did the right placement of the film. Like, I don't know why that one is the outlier. That's such a weird reason to be like, that movie only did as much as it did. I'm not saying that's the only reason, but like the only reason that movie was successful was because of where it's positioned. We don't say that about any of the other movies. It's just that one. What other movie would have people say that about? That I've seen a million videos about Brie Larson. They've said the only reason that movie did well is because of where it was placed.
I would say the only reason Iron Man 3 made $1 billion is because it came out right after Avengers.
I don't hear that as a major talking point. I understand that's your position, but I'm talking about like in the online conversation. There's a lot of slander against Captain Marvel about where it's positioned at.
It's been the internet's punching bag for the last.
I've heard that though. I'm sorry. I was just gonna say I've heard that same thing though. That same argument from people who aren't like the Brie Larson haters, you know, not just these, trolls that are out to tear it down because it's a woman. Like I've heard that from normal people who are like, no, I like that movie, but it's not that good. It shouldn't have made $1 billion. It was only because it came out there.
Well, I mean, I would agree with that. I think there's a lot of movies that you could try and say, well, I don't understand how it made as much money as it did. And I feel that's a fair argument. By the way, welcome 3Dub to the stream.
Yeah.
Did you just wake up?
Yeah, it takes me
Okay, I thought so. That's what I said to Ronan earlier. No, I agree with that. But I think that in order for a movie to reach $1 billion, typically it needs repeat viewings, people going back more than once to see a movie. That's how it reaches $1 billion.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine somebody went and saw that movie and then went, this movie is not great. I'm going to go and watch it again for $15 a ticket. You know what I mean? Like,
wasn't there that one guy that saw it like 100 times?
Yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy that did it. That's the one that did it. So anyway, all right. So let's talk about Paramount. We got this article over here. Paramount exploring bid for Warner Brothers Discovery. This is blowing up on the internet, and I read through the article earlier. We're going to read through a chunk of it here at the top. I will say, if this were to happen, this is a massive monopoly situation. Like this is a company that owning way too much stuff. And with the government the way it is, I don't know which way it's going to go because we know that people are cozying up with certain politicians and that allows them to make these things happen. So I don't know for sure, but let's read the article and see what it actually says, because I think there's a lot of people that don't understand what this means and they're freaking out about it. And Joe, you jumped on obviously because you had some opinions as well. So we're going to give everybody a chance to talk about this, but it said, the just merged Paramount Skydance is exploring a bid to acquire Warner Brothers Discovery, heralding potentially more change in an entertainment landscape that's seeing rapid shifts. Larry Ellison, chairman and co-founder of Oracle, is one of the richest people in the world. Didn't he just like beat out Elon Musk? Didn't somebody say that he's now worth more than Elon? Is the patriarch of the Ellison family, which led to the $8.4 billion deal that landed his son, David Ellison, Skydance Media, with control of Paramount Global. That transaction closed in August. Which, by the way, Paramount, I think that Warner Brothers' value is like 3 or 4 times more than $8.4 billion. I'd have to double check, but it's higher than that. And I'll check while we're talking about it. There's been speculation since the big new and deep-pocketed player in Hollywood would turn its sights on Warner next, but the focus had been on Warner Brothers Studio, which is the process of separating from the company's global cable networks and linear television. We talked about that about a month ago, that they're splitting things off into little bits and pieces. The PAR deal currently being explored, however, seems to be for the entire company. PAR deal, okay? This is not. We're not in the like sitting down having meeting process of this. This is literally like the beginning of just looking into it. Ellison has been looking at Warner Brothers for a while. An individual close to Paramount brass told an individual. I love these articles. An individual named Doomcock, just kidding, close to Paramount brass told Deadline this morning, nothing new there. He's just taking a closer look, assessing pros and cons, and that's pretty much the big part of the story. There's a little bit more down here. It talks about the financial aspects of it. Anyway, does anybody have any thoughts and opinions on this? Anything you want to add to?
Yes. You can look at a company all you want. You can look at it all you want. You can look at it. You can make eyes at it. You can send it lovely notes. You can tell it how much you love it, how much you know,
how thick it is,
how you can make it feel real good.
Oh my God! Okay, just move on. We get it.
If they aren't interested, Warner Brothers has said nothing about wanting to sell whatever.
Consent is important.
Right. You're running with this. It's a slow news day. And honestly, it's not a slow news day. Several other.
I know there's a lot of other things going on, but I feel like this one is one of those like, really, this was worth an entire headline and article. I mean, the only reason I'm even talking about it is because everybody else is talking about it, which is how it usually works.
And what pisses me off, the most is people read this and said, "Oh yeah, Snyder's coming back." What? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a lot of them.
How does this equate to that?
A lot of them also think that, speaking of things that don't equate, they think that prepping a bid equates to WB actually wanting to sell. It's like those aren't the same thing at all.
That's my whole thing. Talking about some Ready the Armada. What the hell? The Armada? What, you guys are not? Oh yeah, James Gunn is done.
Oh,
why is that the first thing you go to? Warner Brothers has more than DC Comics.
Well,
why can't you weirdos say, they're canceling House
There's a
of the
lot
Dragon.
more. There's a lot more because it's Warner Brothers Discovery, so it's like the entire company at this point is what he's looking at.
They need to discover some new tactics. Anyway.
Joe, what were you going to say there? You got some thoughts on this?
Well, I have a big thought on this, but to get just a little more granular for a second there, if we assumed this did happen, why does anybody think that Paramount's first move would be to fire James Gunn? He just delivered a big hit movie that made $125 million in profit. Like, I think they'd be like, "Hey, look at this. We got James Gunn working for us now. That's a win." That'd
be one of the reasons you would want Warner Brothers, is because of him and DC's brand.
Exactly. But my big thought here is, and I do keep seeing the people celebrating, going like, "Yay, we're gonna get Snyder back, or Zaslav's gonna be gone." And I don't like Zaslav at all. Let's be very clear there. I do not like that guy. But my argument is, if you love movies, you do not want this to happen. Because another merger, another classic studio gone, eaten up by another, that's less options out there. That's less, people that are able to greenlight projects. That's, Disney took over Fox. There used to be a time when Fox might have a movie and they might be like, "Oh, Disney's got a movie opening the same weekend, but we think, counter programming, we can open our movie up against Disney's and they'll probably do pretty good."
Yeah.
Right now, you're not going to see something like that because Disney's not going to cannibalize their own business. They're not going to open a Fox movie and a Disney movie too close together. So you're just thinning the herd is all you're doing. You're putting less options, less movies. I don't see a single scenario where this works out for the consumers.
No.
For the people who are working in Hollywood, is you're gonna have more layoffs, more people gonna lose jobs. Like, I don't see how anyone can be cheering for this, but I'm seeing all over my Twitter feed people cheering for this.
Yeah, there's no direct benefit. Like back when when Disney bought Fox, there were some benefits to that, right? Because there's like, oh my gosh, they can use this thing and they can do this, and this. A lot of not good things about that too. You know, they shut down Blue Sky and they did a lot of that stuff. But this would just be the negatives of it. Like, it would just be another $1 billion company taking another one. There's no real. You're 100% right. It is just like for the billionaires, like they're just getting a little bit more rich and less art is being consumed and less like layoffs upon layoffs upon layoffs are going to happen. So you're right for sure.
So I just checked it here. The current market value, which is what they're going to be looking at for this, of Paramount Skydance, is around $16 billion. The current market value for Warner Brothers is around $31 billion. So it would be like a much smaller company trying to gobble up a larger company. And I don't know. You don't typically see that. Yeah, you don't typically see that. So that's a little interesting.
Well, I can see why Paramount would want Warner Brothers. Paramount hasn't been having a very successful time at the box office lately. There haven't been many big hit Paramount movies, but look at the winning streak Warner Brothers is on. What are they up to? 7 or 8 in a row? Was The Conjuring number 8?
They're doing really good right now.
Yeah, like if you've got the money, I can understand why you'd be like, we want what they got.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see what's going to happen with this. Lance, are you under the impression that nothing is going to happen with this? Is that your take on it?
That's exact. Nothing's gonna come from this. Warner Brothers is on a winning streak right now, literally on a winning streak. I don't try, and I can understand why Paramount will want to do this. We saw what Paramount had to do with Paramount Plus. Warner Brothers, yes, with HBO Max, they got rid of they removed programming all of the time. They removed programming. The fact that before the strikes, Paramount literally had to axe half of their original programming that was strictly meant for that network, for that streaming platform. That was mind-boggling to me. You canceled every single show.
There was a recent article. I was trying to find it while we were sitting here chatting. There's a recent article that talked about Warner Brothers' success on the outside of the movies is manufactured. And their argument was that by removing content, they're saving money for like all of the properties that they were paying people for in residuals. They were paying healthcare for a lot of the workers and things like that. They removed a lot of those things on the streaming side. And so they've saved money there because of that. That doesn't account for the success at theaters. I think they've done a really good job at movies with movie choices this year. But a lot of their value is inflated due to them removing content from streaming. Any thoughts on that?
And I blame Zaslav for that, for the removing things from streaming across the board. Because if you notice, like Netflix, they were the first ones to get into original streaming content. If a show was a Netflix original, it never came off Netflix. Never. Right. And it wasn't until Zaslav started doing this, I'm going to pull all these things off Max, that it was like suddenly a light bulb went off at all the other streamers. And they were like, wait, you mean we can do that? And then they all started doing it. It was like he opened the floodgates.
There was so much stuff on Netflix, the old school Netflix originals that I want to go back and watch that aren't even there anymore. It's really annoying.
I hate the way Netflix looks right now. Just want to throw that in.
the new design of the interface on it.
Oh, it's so ass. It is so confusing.
It's bad. Yeah. Well, to be fair, like one of the worst apps ever is the Paramount Plus app. That one freezes and lags and gives me so many problems.
Well, I haven't had any issues. I've been watching Blue Blood on PC, Paramount Plus. So like on your TV, it's great. Paramount Plus is
good. Well, no, it's not good on my TV. That's the problem.
I was gonna say even on mobile it's fine, but I just think this is crazy that people they're taking this rumor and running the full country mile with it, and like I said,
they're going above and beyond.
It's not. Well, it's also misplaced because it's not a WB rumor. It's a rumor about Paramount. It's a rumor about them wanting to place a bid on a company that isn't up for sale. Like,
Right.
Exactly. That, and I'm like, he's looking very closely at it. That's like Trump.
how stupid does that sound? How stupid does that sound?
Yeah. It's like, I want to buy that person's car. They're not selling the car, but I'm looking closely at it, and I feel like I'm going to look up the value of it and figure out what I want to do with it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like your Wayne Knight's character in Toy Story 2.
David Zaslav
is for sale.
As much as I hate him right now, he's looking really good with the company, and his value keeps going up. I'm sure his like goodbye package is probably already increasing as well. So to get rid of him would cost them like millions and millions and millions of dollars,
like the
hundreds of millions of dollars.
That's the biggest severance package they'll ever give.
I don't know how he put it off. I feel like none of the success is on him. He just has gotten very lucky over this last
he's
year.
been extremely lucky.
I was going to say, I think that he fell into a spot where there was an opportunity to rebuild, and I think he just made really smart strategic choices in how to make that happen. I don't know how much he had to do with Peter Safran and James Gunn being, because wasn't it Abdi and DeLuca that were originally in charge of that department?
I believe it was Walter Hamada that brought in James Gunn. When Disney fired him,
Yeah, because Gunn's Suicide Squad came out.
So David Zaslav just literally it fell into his lap, essentially, all of the success they have. It sucks. The other day, this is completely not on topic, but it's about David Zaslav, so I guess it is adjacent to the topic. I talked about how when Discovery purchased Warner Brothers, my biggest fear would be all of the reality TV shows that they kind of throw out there would just use the IP, and they have. Like sometimes we're watching it and stuff will autoplay. It'll come on like a baking show, and it's like, today we're making Harley Quinn cakes and stuff like that. And it's just like they literally took all of this and turned it into their like slop content.
That name had to be intentional.
Yeah, no. I mean, like they did. There's a what was it? A show about Duff. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Duff makes cakes or whatever, and everything. There was a show where it was like him versus like 10 other bakers or something like that, and they were using Looney Tunes, they were using Superman, they were using it to advertise for Superman.
Okay, so a bunch of quote unquote professional chefs, like getting really creative with tools. This is starting to sound like an episode of The Bachelor.
Ace of Cakes, that's it. I couldn't think of the name of the show.
The irony of it,
show as well.
The irony of it being that David Zaslav hates Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. No,
so
like
he must have loved the part in Deadpool and Wolverine when they raced off in that rocket Looney Tunes style.
Whatever happened to the that other Looney Tunes movie that got sold? Not the first one.
Acme?
Yeah, the newer one. The one that's
coming out, I think next
August.
year.
Next year, yeah.
Just wait. Out of the footage I saw they're throwing some jabs.
I actually think the last one they didn't promote properly. It was like no promotion whatsoever.
Well, to be fair, Ketchup Entertainment is such a small company. I don't think they had the money to promote it.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
And like, there's already been more marketing for this one than there has for like the previous one. So like,
I just think that fans that love Looney Tunes need to make sure to support this particular movie. Like, go out and watch it.
You know what I think it is? I don't have any proof for this. This is just my speculation. During the pandemic, Space Jam 2 came out.
Yes.
And nobody liked it. It got really bad reviews. It went day and date on HBO Max and theaters, so it didn't do well in theaters. And I think you got a dollars and cents guy like Zaslav who comes in and he doesn't dig deeper and look at the reasons. He just goes, nobody went to see Space Jam. People don't like Looney Tunes anymore. Like, I think it's that simple to him.
That movie wasn't good, but I think if it came out like today, like in normal times, I think it would have done a lot better. Because you have these iconic characters. You have basketball. It is your kind of weirdly enough, it is this like event movie that has like all these like Warner Brother characters.
My issue with it was it felt like it was advertising a bunch of characters. That was my problem with it. It felt like it was just too many like things happening.
That was probably the only big marketing pull they had.
I don't like it. Like, I don't like that, but like people do, right? Like that shit gets people in theaters. Like, people adore that shit. So like,
and they complain about it when there's not substance there. So it's like, make up your mind.
I will say this about it: it had Sonequa Martin Green in it, and I really like her.
Oh yeah.
There's that great Michael B. Jordan joke that I love, and that's about it.
Did Ketchup Entertainment really put out the Hellboy reboot and Red Sonja?
Oh, the David Harbour one?
No,
Right
no,
here.
no, 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 no.
Ketchup put out Hellboy. Yeah.
The Crooked Man. Okay, because I liked Hellboy, The Crooked Man. It's not a great movie.
really?
Like I love it, but I really dug
It's
it.
solid
Oh,
for a low budget movie.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen that one.
Give it a try, dude. It's. I'll say this: I like it better than the David Harbour one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
The David Harbour one. I mean,
That
I
was
like
a tough
David
one. I
Harbour.
remember going to the theaters and sitting through that, and after it was done, we both kind
Oh.
of looked at each other and we were like,
That was rough.
There was something in there in that movie, but like, man, I could tell this was like hit by left and right from the studio of just like, where have we hit it yet? And it's all right, let's hit it here. And they're just like, God damn it, man.
Wasn't that the like tomato reveal when it goes all the way up and it's like, nah, and it goes all the way, all the way down?
Yeah, look, I still wish that Guillermo would have been able to do his third movie and finish that
Mhm.
storyline.
I mean, hell, Netflix, give it to him.
I
Well,
hope so. I'm looking forward to Frankenstein. Sorry, go ahead, Joe.
Oh yeah.
No, I was just gonna say, I think the problem with Guillermo del Toro is he said he wanted his third one to be the final chapter and tell how Hellboy's story ends. And Mike Mignola,
I think it's Magnolia. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
The creator of Hellboy, he doesn't want del Toro to tell that story. He said, that's my story to tell. I haven't told that in the comics yet. So I think that's kind of what killed Hellboy 3 more than because even after Universal pulled the plug on it, there were still talks and they tried to. I just don't think they could agree on a story because Magnolia doesn't want anyone telling that story but him.
This is how I feel. Like, I think Frankenstein is going to be incredible from everything I've seen in it. Like, it just looks. I love the idea of these classic. Do you remember when was it Universal that tried to create the classic monster universe or whatever? I think it was Universal.
Dark Universe.
Yeah,
They tried.
They had all the actors take pictures together in a room, and it's like Tom Cruise and all these different people. I actually think if we're going to see anything like that happen, it's going to be with a movie like this. I think this movie could sort of strum up. It doesn't have to be a universe, but maybe bring back that interest in the classics, the classic
I was
creatures.
just gonna say, don't remind me of that Tom Cruise Mummy movie.
I actually think Universal made a huge mistake not continuing.
Yeah, they should have pushed forward
because the next one wasn't going to be The Mummy 2. It was going to be Bride of Frankenstein with a different director, a different writer, and it's like, well, you didn't really. It's like you bombed out with the first one. That didn't mean you were going to bomb out with the next one.
Before we move on, we got some Robert Downey Jr. stuff to look at next, and I want to find out if it's true or not true. And I'm sure Lance has already looked at it, so we'll talk about it in a second.
Careful, Eric,
but
you're gonna doom the stream.
why is it? Oh, never mind. It's pun. Got it. Stuff like that goes over my head. Before we go on, just remind you guys, if we hit the super chat goal, it is 10 super chats at any tier. We're 1 out of 10 right now. We're going to do a top 10. What are you raising your hand for?
I want to answer Darth Zin's
in the middle of my spiel.
Chat. I'm saying
you're messing with my Riz.
I don't want to touch your Riz, Eric. Gross.
I think you actually do, but that's fine. Go ahead.
No, I want to touch Pages. Okay, it's different. All right.
Okay.
Stop it. Get some help.
No.
This one here, right?
Yeah. Yes, we had technically a reboot of The Wolfman, but that was also done by, I think it was Blumhouse.
Yeah, it was.
So it wasn't.
Like
it wasn't
the Invincible Man. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't like connected. Like they took those Dark Universe films and made them something completely different, more along the lines of just body horror.
Yeah,
it was good though. I enjoyed it.
And did anyone see that? What was it, last year or the year before, that Nick Cage Dracula film?
Oh, don't remind me of that. Yeah.
Isn't that bad?
No, I haven't seen it.
It's very gory. It's bloody. It's very, very bloody. Yeah. And honestly, he's not even the best part of that movie, to be fair. It's a fun, brainless sort of like
Shut
campy
your brain
vampire
off before
movie.
you go in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Renfield is like, it's got cult classic potential. I think we might see it in 10 years. People go back and watch
fun.
it. But anyway, so the top 10, we got top 10 lists tonight if we get the goal. The top 10 worst movies of the last 20 years is one of the categories.
Oh,
top 10. By the way, we've never done a top 10 list. This is why this is really exciting. Top 10 best actors on TV shows. And this is actors, actresses across the board. Top 10 best movie action scenes. So this is any action scenes from any movie. And the one that is currently winning top 10 worst superhero adaptations. So that's cartoons and movies. So if you guys want to see those top 10 lists, then the super chat options are there. So we'll see if the crowd is interested in any of those. Sometimes I fish for I use the wrong bait. So we'll see if anybody wants any of those. So
if it's a top 10 of anything, that's going to need to be included in a longer stream.
Oh, no, I've already said that. Like half the stream would 100% be that.
Fair enough.
All right. So I know there's controversy around him playing this character, but we got our, I guess, first look, you could say, at Doom in the MCU. And here it is. This is let me see if I can make the picture bigger. It's too small now. So let me do a little work. There we go.
Oh my God, the mesh. Oh yeah.
Okay, so
does Daddy like the metal lance?
Yes, and I can see those. I know Robert Downey Jr.'s eyes. I know them. I can see them in those peepholes.
Really?
Yes, you can't tell.
No,
and he looks jacked. Obviously, it's
he's wearing like super heavy armor. Like he looks jacked in the Iron Man suit too. Anyway, so we got this. This is a cleanup version. The one I saw earlier today was very blurry, but this one came out and it's a lot cleaner seeing or whatever. I think this looks great to me. I mean, like there's controversy around his casting in general and why he's in it, and it's money. We all know it's money. I think he's gonna kill the role though, even though people feel he might not. It reminds me a lot of when I was growing up, people thinking that Michael Keaton couldn't do Batman, and they spent a long time saying there's no way he can play Batman.
Adam West went on TV, said, "Hey, don't watch that new guy going in the movies.
Yeah,
keep watching our show that we're going to keep re-releasing."
Yeah,
he really did that.
Yeah.
Because
there was so much controversy. They didn't want people to go see the new movie.
That was Mr. Mom. How dare Mr. Mom play Batman?
Right. It was that same sort of thing. And then the thing that really saved that movie was them announcing Jack Nicholson as the Joker.
Yeah. Anybody's thoughts and opinions on this?
No.
I know, Lance, you basically moaned about it, so I know how you feel about it.
I was gonna ask, did you have the footage from the drone show depicting the death of Thanos?
What?
There's a drone show footage from this event where like it shows him doing stuff like, for example, a moment out of the comics where he like pulls Thanos's spine. There's moments where he's making some device and you see the logos of all the different factors that are going to be in
Where
Doomsday.
did this take place at?
It's
Shanghai.
It's Shanghai.
So this was at the same. You said same event. I thought. Never mind. My brain went somewhere else. Okay, makes sense.
I'll send you the link in here in a second.
Okay, we'll look at it. I just kind of want to get everybody's thoughts on it. I see the chat is kind of Master said Keyblade Master Jeffrey said he gooed about it.
That eases me a little bit more because I'm like, okay, cool, but it's also is this the only time I'm going to see it, or am I going to see him mostly in this? And
I will say this: I think we need to see Dr. Doom in the full mask and everything, like 98% of the movie.
Yeah,
that's how I feel about it.
That's what I'm wondering because
no, it's not going to happen. Unfortunately,
it just gives me flashbacks to and I know people want to use this as a negative, even though I don't, dislike this movie or this character, but it makes me think of what they did in Spider-Man 3, where instead of having Topher Grace be full-on Venom, you saw Topher Grace's face like 95% of the time.
They did the same thing with Jennifer Lawrence in the X-Men movies, like a character that's supposed to be a shapeshifter that doesn't really shapeshift throughout the entire movie.
I want to disagree.
About what?
About Robert Downey Jr.
You want to see him without the mask?
No, I'm saying I disagree. I think we're going to see him in the mask a lot.
You don't pay for him if he's in the mask.
Well,
I understand that, but I'm saying he's going to be in the mask at least the same amount of time that we saw, if not a little bit more than what we saw of Vince McMahon. And
we're going to see
Toby
his face
Pebble.
like we see it in the Iron Man suit, except in the Doom suit.
And I imagine there's going to be some disfiguration under there too.
You know what? Do this. Do what the Winter Soldier did. You just see the Winter Soldier with the mask like this, and you're like, somebody's behind that. And then it's not until Steve pulls it and he's like, Bucky? Like do that, and then there'd be a big moment between all the classic Avengers, be like, Tony, and it's like that's not Tony, and it's just like, oh shit, and it's like that'd be a big moment for anybody who's does not have social media, like under the rock, and goes into this movie, and they're like, wait, what the fuck? And it'd be
the first trailer for this is going to break the internet.
Oh yeah.
I just want to remind you guys that it's going to break the internet for sure.
Yep. And they also say that they are going to be just be on the lookout. The next couple of months, they're going to be advertising Doomsday with like footage from old movies, just teasing stuff. So I'm since they're using that type of stuff, I'm starting to believe the Chris Evans rumors. I'm starting to believe that.
Oh,
which one of them?
Well, like because they saw him at TIFF and he was
he's jacked up. Yeah, he's all muscular. Like,
there's no way Chris is in the movie.
By the way, the Rock is no longer jacked up anymore. I don't know if you saw the pictures of him, but he said
that's it's for a movie role though. He said he dropped it for a role. For everybody that came. Oh my God, you guys remember what they did to Chadwick? Not everybody has cancer.
That's not even like. Come on, let's
nice. It's
not
just
go
nice
there.
It's just nice.
How do you even equate those two things?
I'm like, if you have to use that as a defense to not be an asshole, that makes you an asshole.
I think Dwayne looks better. To be honest with you, like he looks.
You think
healthy.
what?
I think Dwayne looks better now. Like
yeah.
He looks healthy. He looks.
How do I look?
Natural.
I'm going to say this: the upgrades in drone technology is something I never even thought about, and it's just gotten better and better.
That makes me think Mysterio can be.
I have a theory. I have a theory that at some point in the next couple of years, we're going to be watching movies on drones.
Oh no!
Like a full-on movie with drones doing it. Like so, it's a 3-dimensional thing we're watching. You know what I mean?
Wouldn't that just be AI at that point?
Yeah.
Well, they'll probably use AI to make the drones do the stuff they want it to do to speed up the process. But I think drones, they're still going to need a physical object because we don't have, like, the holographic technology we have has basically been overtaken by the drone stuff. Like it's just basically this. So
I'm gonna be like this in the movie. I'm gonna be like Quentin Beck. Friday, can we up the damage 100%?
You know what's funny is
real.
At a certain point, that what we saw in that movie will be what drones are doing. Like it's gonna be full on, like, you know. All right. Anyway, is there any copyrighted music in this or anything like that? Or no?
There might be.
Just play.
But I don't think you need the music.
You don't need the volume.
Yeah,
it might just be Chinese people talking though as well. No.
Well, I didn't know if there was like some sort of like song from
the one I saw. It was playing a version of the Avengers theme.
Whoa! Okay. Wait, like the new rescored version for the movie?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that hand reaching out to grab me.
Okay.
Who did let that sit for like 5 seconds?
And
there's more.
Okay, there we go. All right. I was gonna say, what's going on?
Oh no, Jeffrey, that's exactly.
Are these drones?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a drone.
This is similar to what happened at Comic-Con with
are the tiny ones? Are they the tiny drones?
Okay. Yeah.
And look at that. It matches what we just saw in that picture.
Right. I mean, to be fair, that's kind of what Dr. Doom's face looks like most of the time.
Yeah.
Not in Fantastic Four 2015.
He's gonna have the accent. He's gonna have, Doom does not comply. I really want him to have an accent.
Oh.
Yeah, I keep hearing like his Spider-Man animated series accent. It's like, just give him that.
Which lets me know the one that we saw at the end of Fantastic Four was just wearing the cloak because he looked really tiny.
Oh, yeah.
He was just wearing the cloak. He wasn't wearing the full suit.
Well, Darth, I've been thinking about that like ever since, long before they even did the change, when they announced Secret Wars first. I've been thinking that they're going to bring Beyonder into it, but maybe.
This is going to be like a blockbuster around Christmas time next year.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm so hyped.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see the hype return from Marvel between Spider-Man and these two movies because it's been so long since we've had these. Look, I will say this. I think Marvel dropped the ball by not making Avenger movies every phase, even though I know it's predictable. I think that was one of the issues they had was there was nothing. There was no event movie to pull everybody together.
Hey, can you go back real quick? Just a little bit for when he was doing the thing with his hand. That just gave,
the gauntlet.
They gave me Thanos vibes, like when he crushed the moon. What is this? What is he gonna be doing? Like,
Well, remember, Victor Von Doom
Spider
is
sense.
Doc Doom. He loves magic and he loves tech.
Yeah.
So he's
oh,
gonna
I can't wait.
Yeah, he
Like,
doesn't have superpowers, but he's so damn smart he doesn't need
Yeah.
them.
Hey,
Yeah.
one version of Doom had superpowers, and one version of Doom controlled the negative zone. All right, we can have everything we want, Jay.
I'll send you to the negative zone.
Jesus.
I
What
miss
is happening?
I miss when Doom had lightning sparkly fingers.
Just
from the
play
first movie.
Yeah.
Just play a Marvel vs. Capcom game if you want that.
That just makes me think of Shazam. Hands,
Oh.
lightning from my hands.
Shazam,
Lightning from my hands.
fever dream.
Are we about to see lightning from his hands?
Oh, I was about to say, good segue.
That looks
Green
like
Lantern.
the prototype to the
Arc reactor?
Yeah, I was
arc
about to
reactor.
say the arc reactor.
Oh.
By the way,
I-
you know, I live in Philadelphia, and I
Mhm.
can't go to the art museum without standing at the top of
Oh.
the steps now and going, hands, lightning from my... I do that every time I'm there now.
Why did that look like the fucking Eye of Agamotto for a
It
second?
does.
Yeah.
I think this Doom is going to be using a combination of magic and technology, like Doom in the
Whoa.
comics, and we're going to see items that he took.
Is
from
that
different
Black
people.
Panther?
That's Black
No.
Panther.
That's Black Panther, yeah.
That's T'Challa. He must not know he's dead.
Fantastic
Sorry.
Four.
I think we're going to see
Watch
another
this.
version of T'Challa. To
Okay.
be
Watch
honest,
this. Watch this.
That's a different
Is this
four.
to show the different teams, maybe?
Yes.
The X-Men?
X-Men.
Okay.
Oh,
and
yeah,
that's
baby.
the
Come
Fox
on.
X-Men logo.
Come on.
That looks like
Give
a
it to
cross.
Give it to me. Come on.
Okay, so I have thoughts on that once we're done here.
Oh, that's
Okay.
it. That's it.
That's it.
So,
Hmm.
so does this imply that one of the main teams is a Black Panther team? Like Black Panther isn't a part of the Avengers because they had Fantastic Four, X-Men, the Avengers, and Black Panther had their own symbol.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. Shuri did not join the Avengers, and she
Yeah.
left Wakanda, so
Yeah.
she's just the Black Panther. She's
So
not affiliated
yeah.
with anything.
I-
And the Avengers still
Mm.
had a connection
Right.
to Wakanda even after T'Challa
Yeah.
was gone the first time. You still saw like Natasha and Okoye in communication. So
Right.
I imagine that communication between the Avengers and Wakanda has still lasted and
I-
maintained somewhat.
Okay,
I want
so
them to reference the fact that they were not. I know it was because of COVID and real world things. The reason why they couldn't have them on the set, but at the same time, I want them to write in a reason like you guys did not come to my brother's funeral. Yada yada yada. They could add for some really deep context as to why she has not aligned herself.
I don't
with
think
them,
they were excited.
you know what I think is going on, and it
Such
makes
a
it
hater,
really,
Darren.
makes it simple because it reminds me of Civil War a little bit. Is in the 2015 series on Battle World, they had a lot of different worlds that were kind of consolidated to bubbles on the planet, like different continents on the planet. I think what we're going to see is each group of people are going to be separated to their own little place. Like the X-Men will have the X-Men world, and then Fantastic Four have the
Yeah.
Fantastic Four world, Avengers have the Avengers
Yeah.
world, and then we're going to see a Wakanda without any connection to
Yeah.
anybody else. I think that's the way they're setting it up. And then you'll have little smaller areas with like less prominent superheroes in them or whatever. And then you have
Right.
the Thor police force essentially flying around for Doom, keeping everybody in line because nobody
Beta Ray
wants to
Bill?
fight it. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of different Thors.
No, I'm
To be-
saying, do you know how cool that would be though? Like if Beta Ray Bill is
I mean, they could do it.
for
They-
Doom.
Yeah.
That
Don't
would
do
be
it now.
that-
You're too stuffed right now.
Yeah, if they were going to have that character be brought in, that would have been during a Thor movie, I feel
Let
like.
me throw out a completely crazy thing that's probably not going to happen, but I want to ask everybody's opinion because
I'm
I
ready
feel
to
like-
catch it.
I feel like it's just rage bait, but I'm going to say it anyway. What if they come out and say they're going to use an AI Chadwick Boseman to play T'Challa?
No. Kill it with fire.
No,
I-
they made the decision to have that character's fate be tied to the actor. I think they're gonna stick with that.
Just bring in a different actor from a different universe. Damson Idris Alba.
100% on
Denzel
board with that.
Washington,
I'm 100% on board with that.
Me.
Idris Elba can't do that.
Me. Just
Wait, you want Heimdall to come back as T'Challa?
You know who I
It's
thought
the
would be,
multiverse.
you know who I thought would be a good recast for T'Challa?
Who's that?
David Ajala from Star Trek Discovery played Cleveland Booker.
Oh, yeah. He was on Supergirl as well.
Yeah, he was Manchester
oh,
Black.
the
right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Okay.
I can see that.
I can see that. So
we
I do have a question though.
We don't have any
Eric.
answers.
Eric, this is a question like I've been pondering for a long time.
Oh no, so this is gonna be a troll. Go ahead.
How do you feel about the fact that we all know how canonically Namor is like in love with Sue Storm? How do you feel about Marvel making Sue's two love interests Latino men that were like just vying for her love and affection? Like, how do you feel about Sue just having so many Latin lovers? Like,
yeah. What do you mean? How do I feel about
it? How do you feel about that? Like
what are we gonna get a How to Make a Latin Lover sequel starring Pedro Pascal and Tenoch Huerta?
Possibly. Also, I still want to know.
You didn't even give me a chance to answer the first question.
Oh well, answer that first question, then I have a second one. I
feel okay about it. All right, go ahead.
How did Franklin come out completely white?
Oh no.
Genetics, man, they're funky.
Not an inch of Latino came out in that baby. Like
there are some Latinos who are as white as hell, and like you wouldn't think they were, either Mexican or Latino. And like it happens.
Yeah,
but also
Lance always bringing the hard hitting questions.
Yeah, I mean, listen, when it comes to
that baby belong to Reed.
Listen, when it comes to Namor and Reed got the Latino DNA. Hey man, they speak the language of love. There's something about Latinos and Latinas that you cannot underestimate.
I just need something to happen. I just need like Namor to say something and they just go at it. Like
El says we need a Marvel bedroom force. Like what? What are we doing? Chill out.
We don't need that. I just want to see like Namor.
See the kind of energy you bring to the streams, Lance. This is what I'm talking about.
Ace Card said it's soap opera plot. Yep.
Okay. Jaybird's comment killed me.
What?
It was Doom's baby.
Oh, gotcha. Naruto with the $2 super chat. I just watched Peacemaker. That was something. I can't wait to talk about it on Monday. I feel like I was expecting a different episode than what we got, but I still really like the one we got. I think this was a interesting follow up.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk more about it on Monday for sure. Though. But thank you for the super chat. We are 2 out of 10. We are on our way. We still have like an hour and a half to go, so we might.
By the way, I've been driving my wife crazy with bird blindness like, for the past like 2 weeks. Everywhere we go, we'll see like the Philadelphia Eagles logo, and I'll be like, "Is that a duck?"
Oh no!
All I'm gonna say is bird blindness. If face blindness is a thing, and that's legitimately face blindness is legitimately a thing. Mm-hmm. Bird blindness is real.
It was only going to take a matter of time before people started believing that it's a real thing, which is why I knew that Lance would be the first person. You probably think the Earth is flat too, Lance.
No, I don't think that at all. But I will say, today I was out in my front yard, and I think I saw a dodo bird. I think they were flying, and they landed on my front yard. And bird blindness is terrible. I didn't know what it was. It was coming at me quick. I don't know what it was.
So, hold on 1 second. I'll let you talk. But it was a comment right here. Where did it go? Oh, right here from Anthony. I can see why people would say that. I honestly can. There is a legitimate. You're gonna say it's your least favorite episode of the season.
It's easily my least favorite episode.
Yeah, I can see that.
Dang it! That's the
It's good.
Look, I said this earlier, but you guys weren't here. This is a classic mid-season episode where you answer a few small questions, you establish a few more small questions, and not a lot happens.
I'll say that I think it was necessary to go where we go next week. I'll just say that.
So it's a setup episode.
Yes, for the rest of the season.
I thought it was a great Economos episode. He had so many great.
Yeah, there's elements that are very good in it, but I do think it's like kind of a lot more of what I don't like of the season and a little less of what I do. Which again, it's not. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's still solid TV, but I think it's like.
See, this is why I don't watch it.
Like, all right. With a season that's been so good, it's like,
Jake, you've put up with a bunch of other show seasons. Come on now. You're telling me you can't handle 2 seasons of a fucking, 8 episode season.
He has a short season, too.
Yeah.
Better than most of the Arrowverse stuff we've gotten, or a lot of it, I should say.
I'm not going to say that it isn't, but, and I've told you guys this before. from what little I've seen of it, I acknowledge it's well put together. It's competently made. It's well structured. I just couldn't give a rat's ass about Christopher Smith as a character. And that's what it comes down
I
to.
actually think the show's supporting characters are really good.
Yeah.
From what I've seen of Vigilante, I just can't get into that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You're a big Vigilante fan. I completely forgot about that.
Like, I'm shocked how much they're giving John this season. I'm happy with what they're doing with the character.
He's been great.
Yeah.
I mean, like there are like a couple moments here and there that I'll catch, some of which don't make sense at all. And when I say they completely break logic, like I remember a part in season 1 where they're talking about like, oh, like Batman has this rule where he, like, he doesn't kill his enemies, and Peacemaker goes, yeah, well, they get out to go kill again. I was like, this Batman was a fucking murderer. What do you mean he doesn't kill his enemies? This Batman was putting people on the ground left and right.
There's this.
Prove it.
Absolute Batman will be beating up white nationalists in an upcoming comic special.
They're gonna cancel that comic special. They're gonna cancel that right now.
I'll buy that book.
I saw this, and this comes on the back of some other news that was dropped in the chat. I don't even know if we're going to talk about it, only because I know it's
it's
the one about the what is it? It was
Jason
it was a
Todd.
Red Hood comic book. Yeah.
Yeah.
We might briefly talk about it, and I mean very, very briefly.
Let's go in depth.
But
I love the cover. I like this cover a lot.
Yeah.
Is Daniel Warren Johnson?
I believe so. We can look. I'll blow the cover up a little bit. Here we go.
What's your thoughts on this, Jake?
Darren's got jokes.
The bat
Um,
next door to me.
But hell, after the other day, I can't blame him.
I still want to know, why is this Bruce Wayne so he's built, for lack of better well, I can say this because, well,
He's been taking the roids, man.
no, he's white. He's built like a gorilla. I'm just gonna say he's built like a silverback. All right. I've always wondered, why is this dude so big? And he goes out in public, and people just don't look at him and be like, yeah, that's Batman. Yeah, that guy's definitely Batman.
I'll be honest. I didn't initially, out of all of the absolute stuff, this design was the one where I'm like, I don't like this one. And I know that some people that don't like the art style in the book because of the way characters' heads are really tiny and their bodies are really big. And I get it, whatever.
He has emo hair too.
There are elements of this that I do like. Like, there are parts of it that I do think are good.
I like this.
Yeah, I think the cover is really good. I think the cape is it's like a scarf or something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that.
And here's the weird thing, like, for anybody who gets uptight about this cover, this is not the first time they've done this. Like I remember, what was it, a decade ago, Superman took, went up against, the Klan, like in an actual, I think it was like a kid's book going on. And there was, I think, during the I think it was the Rorschach or the Doomsday Clock. I forget which book that was, but I remember getting the cover, and it's Rorschach jumping into a group of skinheads and whatnot, and you could tell they had the glasses and with a bat on. I was just like, it's not the first time they've done this, and
I remember that.
I love it when they do that. Yeah.
With how jacked and massive this absolute Batman is, as soon as these first images were coming out, I was like, oh, this makes Frank Miller's Batman look like a wimp.
I was about to say, this feels like the fight in Dark Knight Returns meets the Django Unchained scene with nobody brought an extra bag, and they're just like, I'm like, oh man, I'm pumped.
For the people that, sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, I read the first issue of Ultimate Batman, and I didn't like it. I know everyone has just been praising it, but the thing that killed it for me was they had. I call this I think it's a trend now. I call it the Muppet Babyfication of Batman, where they revealed that he knew Penguin and Selena Kyle and all them in high school, and it's the same thing with the G.I. Joe movie. I always go to the G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra, where it's Duke and Cobra Commander and the Baroness all were high school buddies, and I'm like, why is everything Muppet Babies now? Where it's they all knew each other as kids.
Yeah.
It didn't work in Smallville, and it doesn't work now.
Yeah.
It worked in Smallville.
Watch your mouth, Jake. Watch your mouth.
No
Smallville
slander.
All right.
I was just gonna say, all the people that love to pitch Alan Richardson as Batman, they must love this.
Oh yeah, it's totally up the alley.
He feels he feels like he'd fit right in that suit.
Set up.
All right, so
I'll say it again. I think his Batman would be fine. I think his Bruce Wayne would suck.
Because someone submitted it, I figure we'll talk about it very briefly because I do want to say something about it. Not necessarily what sparked it, but just the general conversation around it, I guess.
Boy.
Which is the cancellation of the Red Hood issues 2, 3, and all future issues have been canceled. I guess there's some sort of I read somewhere that they're planning on refunding money or something like that for this. I don't know the whole story about it or whatever.
For solicit items,
yeah. So the statement here that they put out is, at DC Comics, we place the highest value on our creators and the community and affirm the right to peaceful individual expression. I just love the picture that they're showing here while they're saying this. Peaceful individual expression and personal viewpoints, right? It's a super violent comic book, right? Which is fine. I don't have an issue with that. Post or public comments that can be viewed as promoting hostility or violence are inconsistent with DC standards of conduct. And so they've decided to just cancel the whole series altogether. And essentially just not move forward with because the writer, let me tell you guys what happened in a way that isn't going to get the stream struck or whatever. Because any sort of talk about this. So essentially the writer for this comic made some 2 tweets that I saw. I think it was 2. It might have been more than that, but I saw 2 of them about the whole Charlie Kirk situation. And I think they deleted the tweets, but they were still screenshotted and they stayed up. And DC, I guess, decided that because this was such a new comic book, they didn't want to go into it with this hanging over top of it. And so they essentially, literally canceled the comic and softly canceled the writer on this by not moving forward with it. And people are like, oh, what's the current political climate? But if you go back and you look, Kathy Griffin got canceled for a similar statement a few years back where she did some performance art about Trump and it got her in hot water. And she really has never truly recovered from that as well. So I don't think it's just current climate. Yeah, it does play into it. I'm not going to say that it doesn't. But I think it goes to show that there's a definite double standard with how free speech works a lot of times when it comes to these things. I don't agree with the comments that were made. I think anybody inciting violence should be held accountable for doing that in general on social media. And certainly if your company feels like what somebody's doing is bad for their business, they have every right to not move forward with it. But there is obviously a free speech argument to be had about this that I think some people who are free speech absolutists would say you should be able to say whatever you want and there's no repercussions. And as long as the government isn't sort of legally stopping you from doing it, then there's no free speech violation. And then there's some people that are there's some free speech and then there's speech that goes beyond that, like hate speech or violent speech or things like that. So it really just depends on where you fall on all of this. I will say for me, it's unfortunate that we're missing a series that a lot of people were looking forward to. But I also found out doing a little digging that some people didn't want this person writing. They didn't want her writing the book to begin with. So I guess they don't care one way or the other. I'm not going to ask everybody to necessarily make a comment, but if you have anything you want to say, you can say something about it.
I will say, not to dive into the situation at all, because I know that's a very, very tipsy subject, and I'm avoiding it at all costs. But what I will say is just to be careful anyone else kind of commenting on it, because I do think this is going to be I think we're going to see a lot of backlash of people talking about this on public forums and what people are saying. And I feel like this isn't going to be the only news story about people losing their jobs or their
I've already told people my opinions about Charlie Kirk prior to this happening are already known, right? I've already said how I feel about him as a person. I don't need to say anything about this because my opinions on the culture of violence in this country are consistent. I don't like where we are as a country when it comes to violent behavior. So my opinion is going to be the same across the board for all of it. So I don't need to give an extra layer to it. You know what I mean? I don't need to talk more about it. and I'll just repeat how I feel about it. There's a lot of violent culture in this country, and we don't know how to deal with it. We just don't, as a society, we haven't figured out a common sense way to handle it. And we've had tons of violent pew-pews this year, related to not just people who didn't do anything. It's never right anyway, but there's a lot of them that were related around schools, and I never saw this outrage around schools. So
same day all this went down.
That's the weird part about it.
That's my
So my only issue with it is all these events need to be handled with the same level of anger as we do about another one. Like, all of them should be treated the same way, because none of them should be acceptable, right? So that's how I feel about it. I was never, like I said, I was never a fan of Charlie Kirk. My opinion of him has been the same. But yeah, this is crazy. You know what I mean?
I'm going to try to walk on eggshells here, because like you said, you don't want to get the stream flagged or anything. But I read what the writer wrote, and it was not acceptable. It was definitely not acceptable. But I find it odd that the people I saw retweeting it and saying, DC, you need to get rid of this person, this is disgusting, are some of the same people that I've seen really carrying the flag for Gina Carano and how she treated unfairly. And it's like, wow, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a discussion to be had about the idea of cancel culture, because I've always said I don't approve of blanket cancellation. I think everybody, as long as you're not doing something illegal, everyone should be given an opportunity to correct their behavior, because I feel like that's the only way to allow people to grow, is to acknowledge they made a mistake and then learn from that mistake. So that's how I feel about it, right? But you're right. And Joe, I know specifically some people that I follow that were victims of cancel culture who are saying that this was good, considering they have said some horrendous things as well, and their whole entire platform has been built on being canceled. So it's a little strange to do that, to cheer one on when you have been a victim of that thing yourself.
I'm wondering if we're talking about the same guy. Is it the guy I mentioned I was on a stream with a couple times?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
that's one of them. That's one. There's several. But again, I'm not going to go too deep into it. I know it's a hot button topic. I just wanted to acknowledge it because a lot of people talked about it. The unfortunate situation here is that because of all of this polarization of this rhetoric online, people are going to lose out on possible great stories because of the fact that there's just this anger about what we're allowed to say and what we're not allowed to say. So we'll see where it goes. But that was one of the things that was dropped into the Discord. So I wanted to talk about that. Naruto here with the $5 super chat. In the Dr. Doom drone video, a content creator I watch said that one point it looks like Doom is holding a skeleton, which is a comic reference. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit. What are the theories on that? I know I think Ronan or who was it?
That was Thanos. That was the exact same pose as when he killed Thanos.
Yeah, cover.
I can find that in like an opening montage of like things that Doom has conquered. Right. I can see that being since this is a Doom that will be traveling the multiverse. I can see that happening.
Yeah, so kind of go off well, to kind of go off Lance's thing, I feel like because the Russos have said that like it's going to be
well, right then,
a lot of Doom, and I feel like just like Infinity War was Thanos' movie, it's literally in the title. I feel like this is going to be Doom's movie.
This is going to be Doom dead,
and I feel like you're going to get
I hope not.
Tinfoil hat. I feel like maybe this could happen. But they could very well bring Josh Brolin back for a quick little thing, just to recreate that part and just to show how much of a prominent force Doom is, that he can take a version of our big bad that took our previous generation of Avengers.
I mean, we're going to get a Thanos in Marvel Zombies too, so we're going to see him again.
And they've already knocked him out already in What If, in Multiverse of Madness. It's like there's proof that they've done it.
Kind of Loki as well.
They had to invent time travel to beat him the first time. So it's like the fact that this new big bad can beat him so easily, I feel like that is going to be a way to show you how
Well,
powerful
it's funny
it is.
because a lot of people talk about, I hate to go all the way back to Infinity War, but I feel like I have to. A lot of people have argued with me or debated with me about the whole like dumbing down of the Hulk post Infinity War, like changing the character too much. And I will agree. I think they did change Hulk too much for my liking. Some of the things I liked about him, some of it I didn't. But Hulk played a very important role in establishing Thanos as a threat at the beginning because Hulk was essentially used 100% to show that Thanos is fully capable of being a badass without ever using the Infinity Gauntlet, right? That was the point of that scene. And it happens a lot in movies, but we saw it happen with the strongest Avenger, essentially, the biggest, most strongest Avenger that we have, right?
And he never got his ass kicked like that.
Right. However, I would say Thor is my dude. But
they said he used the power. They said Thanos used the Power Stone to overpower the Hulk.
I mean, maybe.
I don't think he did. He had the stone there, but I don't think he used it.
Well, the funny thing is that I think it was Ebony Maw was like, let him have fun or whatever, something like that.
Yeah, because they knew that it was not going to go Hulk's way. They're like, he's going to get a few licks.
So
this is going to turn around quick.
Right. So, I mean, the thing about it is I was like, okay, so this is interesting. Because the thing about Hulk is, I guess if you go back to like the OG version of the Hulk or the one we know most of the time, is just brute force. Like that's what he is. He's just, it's literally like unleashing the brute force on whatever he's going up against.
Like he can't fight.
Right. And that's why the whole savage idea of him just throwing punches and kicks and Hulk smash, right? Whereas Thanos obviously knows how to fight. Like clearly he knows how to fight. So like going up against somebody at a similar size with a similar level of power. This is why I've said like we argue about Wonder Woman versus Superman and how sometimes she's able to fight Superman even though she's not as powerful as him with raw power. Right. Sometimes the skill level changes how the fight goes because you'd be the strongest person in the room, but if you don't know how to fight, somebody's gonna beat you. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I didn't mind. Dalton says I didn't mind Smart Hulk. I don't necessarily mind Smart Hulk. I just think they could have done more.
We've never seen him.
Personally, I prefer him.
Yeah.
My biggest thing is that granted, this I can apply this to multiple things about Endgame, but with the time jump, we essentially got all the smart Hulk stuff as exposition, and we never saw how we got there.
You skip over all the interesting bits of what makes Smart Hulk.
Like we needed a Hulk movie. Surprise, surprise. We needed a movie with him to see more about his character instead of just seeing him in group films.
We've barely
seen. We got a Hulk movie this year. We got a Hulk movie this year. We got Incredible Hulk too.
Yeah.
People complain so much about this Hulk, but I was like, we haven't really seen it. Like we saw it in Endgame, but they were clearly way too busy to actually like really dive into it.
Right.
And then we see in She-Hulk, that's not his show. It's a She-Hulk show, very similar to like Superman and Supergirl, where it's like it's not going to be a big focus.
He's a supporting character.
We haven't seen him since. Like he's had maybe 30 minutes of screen time, 45 minutes of screen time in total.
And the worst part is they established him as like a character with Black Widow, and now she's not a thing anymore. So now he's even further in the weeds because of that. 3W, you've been very quiet. What's going on? Did you fall asleep?
No, I'm just letting you guys talk.
You can jump in if you have something to say. You showed up late, but you still can jump in. So, all right. So let's see where we're at here. We are at the 2-hour mark. So, well, Jason, I'm aware of the paperwork reasons why we haven't had another Hulk movie.
I think they can now, though. Didn't they like make a big a deal about a year or so ago saying they got the distribution rights back?
Let me double check. You might be right. Let me look into that. Hold on 1 second. One second.
I think it's around the time they added Incredible Hulk to Disney Plus, because previously it hadn't been on there.
Nice.
Ang Lee still made the best Hulk movie.
Let's see here.
I know I'm the only one on here who thinks that, but
no, I think it's a good movie. I just don't think the CGI holds up very well in it.
Jake, you're the only one on here that thinks a lot of things, Jake.
All right, so it says here that Marvel owns the production rights for Hulk, means that they can make as many Hulk things as they want. Also, Hulk can exist in team films, supporting roles, or even co-star in a movie. However, as of 2025, Universal still retains distribution rights for solo Hulk movies. So if Marvel wants to release a solo Hulk film, Universal has the right to refuse it, And it says here, according to the article I'm looking at, that they've refused Hulk movies twice now.
Interesting. I wonder if you did it like team up style, like me and Jake have talked about previously, where it's like, oh, maybe you do like like Wolverine versus Hulk or something. Yeah, like you
technically,
could do
according
like
to what I just read, they could do something like that. But if
Yeah.
but if it's a
hell, do it like they did with the Wolverine Hulk animated movie from like 16 years ago. Give something like that, because if for anybody who's seen that movie, they kind of pull some beats from Hulk 181 when Wolverine first appeared, where it's Wolverine and the Hulk fighting in Canada. Now, granted, the Wendigo is a big part of that story, but he's not in the movie. They kind of replaced the Wendigo with the other people in Weapon X. That's actually where Nolan North makes his debut as Deadpool. And
Lone Wolf agrees with you, Jake, about Ang Lee.
Hey, good. But watch that Hulk versus Wolverine movie if you guys haven't. It's so great.
Candles Jr. says the yawning is contagious. Not me. This is my prime time. This is when I'm the most awake, honestly. Chris says, by the way, I know it's not happening at this point, but I'd love for Ty Burrell to be Doc Samson on screen. I love the idea of it, and I like Ty Burrell. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Doc Samson is one of the most abused characters in comic books. I love that guy. I think he's really strong. He's charismatic, but he is literally always beat the fuck up in every comic that I've ever read.
Yeah, he can never really catch a break.
And he's a really powerful character, so I don't understand what the hell the problem is. This is funny right here. Anyway, okay, I had one other thing here. I think that I was going to show. Wait, no, not that. Not that.
By the way, Ty Burrell is just fantastic in the Muppets Most Wanted.
Oh. So does everybody? So Joe, we're going to go through a list, and you can chime in on it, or you can drop some of yours if you want. We decided. What was it? I can't remember which one we decided on now.
It's animated DC heroes.
Okay. Favorite? Wait, just the heroes, right?
Yeah, just heroes.
All right. Hold on for a second here. I wanted it was some Henry Cavill news. What was it? I saw it up here.
He got injured.
Back.
That's what it was.
Was it Highlander?
Yeah. So it says here, Henry Cavill injured during training for Highlander. Production has been paused until early 2026.
Man,
how bad is it? How bad is it? Because Superman, this is not me making a joke. Honestly, this is just the last time a Superman actor hurt their back, they were paralyzed. So how bad is this? Is it like legitimate?
He can come back to work in 2026.
Fuck.
Well, they're pausing it till 2026. I think they're doing that because they don't know what it's going to look like.
I just got a bad flashback, Eric. Damn.
Eric, all I'm gonna say is this really throws a wrench in my ultimate plans for when Paramount buys Warner Brothers, because they were gonna bring back Zack Snyder, and Zack Snyder was gonna bring back Henry Cavill, and when that happened, we was gonna have the Snyderverse back. But now we cannot have this Superman back.
I know that you're just trolling, so we're not even going to justify a response to that. But
I'm not going to dignify that with a comment.
Chris says Highlander's never happening.
I'm glad Ronan got that joke.
I got it, but I was just trying to hold it all together.
How hard? They're not going to say how badly he's hurt. They're going to wait till we see him out in public, like with a walker or something.
Even without that, though, do we think the Highlander movie is going to happen? I mean, it's been a while since it was announced, and we still don't have the movie yet.
Probably. I don't think it's going to do well, though.
They do say he's box office kryptonite now.
No offense to Highlander. I don't think that's the box office gold they think it is. I don't think these big groups of people are like, oh man, I need to see another. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. Like, if you ask me, should Voltron or this go into theaters? I'd say Voltron. Personally.
Oh, hold on a second.
What?
Someone sent me something and wants me to share it on screen. Hold on.
No.
Hey, well, while you're pulling that up, do you find it hilarious that I never took this out the plastic?
No.
Why did you buy that?
I'm surprised. So
I love that movie. I saw that movie 3 times in the theater. I just adore that movie.
I'm glad I didn't say what I was about to say then.
I understand like why people don't like it because it's so out there, but like that's what I love about it. It's like the most bonkers out there movie.
Yeah.
Like,
I appreciate it for the same reason. Yeah.
It's a wild sci-fi movie, but that
You
for
killed
me,
Jake.
that's it. Yeah.
Okay, somebody wanted me to share this. I know that Joe's going to know where this is from, but I want everyone else to try and guess because this is really going to date people or maybe people love old movies. But someone told me
movies don't date me. Yeah.
Well, someone said to share this on screen and see if anybody knows. And I know I know for sure Joe knows this, and I know it. So I'm going to share it. Everybody else quickly try and name what this is.
Citizen Kane.
Name what movie it's from or who the character is.
Citizen Kane.
All right, it's a race. Okay.
Oh my gosh, isn't that the OG Highlander?
Oh my god. Oh, damn it.
I'm gonna Joe, you know what it is, right?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Looks like
I own
X-Men.
it.
Any idea?
Hold on.
I see someone in the chat already got it, but I'm just curious.
Wait, hold on. No, I'm not looking at the chat.
Welcome to the Rock.
Is that Sean Connery?
Yeah.
Fuck
Yes.
am I looking?
Fucking it starts with a Z, doesn't it? I'm not.
Zardoz. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe, what movie is it from?
Oh my god.
That's the name of the movie, Zardoz.
I'm trying to see if
Yeah.
everybody knows. You said you do. I figured you drop it out.
No, I own it.
Yeah. Oh, you own the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes, I guess because we were talking about Highlander, they thought it's funny to send this to me, and I'm just like, what? Like,
Alan
Really?
Quatermain.
look, what the fuck is that?
That's James
That
Bond.
Pin is
He
my
was on
honest
vacation.
reaction.
It's the Medicine Man.
I will say this movie is bonkers. If you want to watch a movie that's just fucking crazy, like for real, watch this movie. It's a good time for that to just sort of like get lost in it. But I would say be prepared for campiness. It's very a movie of its time. The way they talk about the future and stuff like that. It's very funny.
Okay.
So Chris, I don't think it's a bad movie, actually. I don't think it's a bad film. I think it's just a weird, wonky, wild ride. It's like 3 W's. Like 3W in the chat. It's 3W. It's weird, wonky, and wild. Yeah.
What about me?
I said 3 W's. I said it's 3W. So oh no. Oh no. Just
You
gonna
brought this on.
somebody sent it to me and they said not to say who they are, so I'm being very nice about not revealing who sent that to me. Anyway. All right, so I'm going to play moderator tonight.
Oh.
I'm going to hold on, let me do it over here. Essentially,
Moderate.
no. I'm gonna do like let everybody pick their stuff. And if it's good, you're gonna get this. You're gonna end up hearing this. And if it's bad, and if it's really bad, so that's how we're gonna do it. I think that'll be a little fun tonight.
It's like a talent show. It's like The Voice.
and then if we need to move on, it's gonna be. So essentially, that's it.
Oh, we're on a time limit.
Yeah,
It's like the Oscars.
yeah.
Man, this is turning into whose line is it anyway?
There it is.
All right. So anyway, I just want to say we are at the 2-hour mark, and I guess that nobody wants top 10 lists, so I'll make that note for the future. We're 3 out of 10 super chats, and it's any tiers, which means that people usually are like, "Hey, we're gonna rack this out quickly because it's only like 99 cents." But I guess top 10 lists are not exciting for people. So, okay. So the emojis for tonight are going to be, if you like it, it is pumpkin spice. So do pumpkin spice, the pumpkin emoji or whatever.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't think there is one.
I was like,
Is
this
it?
is pumpkin spice emoji?
Pumpkin.
No, not pumpkin spice emoji, just the pumpkin. Isn't there a pumpkin emoji?
There's a
Yeah.
pumpkin
There,
one.
there might be a pumpkin emoji.
Right.
Why
So
is pumpkin spice being used for positivity? Kidding.
because we're going into pumpkin spice season.
Ugh.
It's white girl wasted on
Starbucks
pumpkin
gonna be
spice.
booming.
Maybe I'm
So we're
a
doing
white girl 'cause I
pumpkin
love
spice.
spice.
And if it's bad, it is tomato season. So you know, throw the
Okay.
tomatoes. So
Jake, I just
Um,
bought 4 boxes of pumpkin spice hot chocolate.
oh no. Do you feel called out? I think you probably feel called out. I didn't mean to do that. No, it's white girl wasted on pumpkin spice season for sure.
Yeah, that's
Um,
fair.
Woo!
Anyway, all right. So the list is. Tell me again what it is.
I think it's animated DC heroes.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
like DC heroes from animated movies.
Yeah.
Or TV shows.
Yeah, animated stuff.
Movies or shows, yeah.
Like our favorite translations into animation, or
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah,
Just your favorite characters from any DC animated projects.
All right.
Somebody's throwing tomatoes and none of us have gone yet.
Lance, are you
Yeah, that's a
participating or
pumpkin.
no?
Wait, is that a pumpkin?
He's
I was,
watching
I was hopping out at 12.
Okay, so that's like 15 minutes.
It is. Oh wait, no, it's not. Never mind.
So.
Dang it, Darren, you want to get rid of me?
It's
you know
12 for me. It's like 12:47. I was like, damn, you're 40 minutes
All right.
late.
I'm going to add you to the list, Joe, but if you don't want to participate, you can just say skip, and that's fine. Let's see here.
so are we each picking one? Is that it?
Well, no, it's 5 of your choice. You don't have to rank them, but just 5 that you like that are translated from comic book to and it's DC. So translated to animated movie or TV show.
Okay.
So
There's a lot of people here, so I'm curious if like what's the overlap going to be today?
yeah.
Same.
Yeah, you might want to come up with some extras just in case, because sometimes people pick the same ones.
Are you gonna? Don't know if I want to. Yep. I had a feeling you were gonna do this.
Yeah, I'm gonna take me off the wheel though, because I'm just gonna participate.
Okay.
All right, there we go. All right. So this is how we determine the order. And Lance, feel free to chime in and tell people if their choice sucks before you go. Because
you know I love it.
all right, here we go. Let's see. Who's going to be number 1? We're gonna do these round robins, so that's how we do it, Joe. We pick one and then the next person goes. So
Red Robin.
Yum.
first person on the list is
vote
going
for
to
the
be
Whoa.
oh my god. It
Just
is
because
Three
Eric's not
Dub.
here, yes.
3Dub. 3Dub is first. Let's move 3Dub up to the top.
Uh-oh.
All right. And here we go.
So you just wanted to get the bad ones over with quickly, right?
Oh, no way. Oh, look at this.
Wow. You spoke way too soon, Jake. That sucks for you.
Yeah. All right. That's funny. All right, here we go.
This is like a bizarro order.
Oh, Darren.
Oh, don't even have to move.
All right.
I feel like I'm off in 3. I like 3. Right in the middle.
It's gonna be Joe.
You think Rowan's gonna be last? Oh.
Clench it.
Nope. Joe's last.
Oh, Joe is gonna be last. Okay, that gives him time to put his list together. Anyway,
Yeah.
So.
I already got it.
Oh,
Oh,
wow. He's already got his list.
Wow.
All right.
so you barely had to move.
Yeah, there we go. All right. So we do have a super chat. Let's see who super chatted.
I'll actually be right back. I'm gonna.
Okay.
Not allowed.
Lone Wolf the $2 super chat says, "Wild fan cast. I heard David Mazuz is Damian Wayne. Really?
I mean, he's like 20 now.
Isn't
Is that
Damian supposed to be a
again?
teenager in the movie?
Yeah, he's like 13, right? He's like 12, 13, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if we would have done it back when Gotham was
Oh.
on, I could have seen it. But yeah.
Yeah, no, he's like. How old is he? Hold on.
he's like
He's
23.
24. He's 24 years old.
This isn't the 80s anymore. You can't have people nearing 30 playing teenagers.
I mean,
He
does
can play
still,
Batman.
does he still
He's-
look? Hold on, I'm gonna see what he looks like. Let me find
No,
a picture.
no,
of him.
hey, no, Darren. You know who he could play? Tim.
Yeah, he could honestly even play Dick if he wanted to.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Let's we find a recent picture of him.
See, now I'm wondering who they're going to get to be Raish and Talia for Brave and the Bold, assuming they're in there.
Yeah.
Which they're
So
definitely, I think.
here's what he looks like as of 2024.
Aaron, why'd you send me that?
Don't you like it?
Here we go. Here's what he looks like. So he's a little bit too old to play like a 13-year-old
What the fuck?
character.
The
so-
hair is crazy.
Oh, man. Does anybody remember that time in Gotham when he had that really emo-looking hair when there was like the clone of him?
Oh yes, yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So with that being said, we are now how many? 4? 4 out of 10 super chats, guys, and we still have 40 minutes. So if you would like to donate, go right ahead.
Lone Wolf's question: if you're talking about Monahan, I don't really know. I've seen people throw around a bunch of fan casts for him. I keep hearing people say pretty much every red-haired character, but I mean, whoever he wants, really. If he wants to take a crack at a character, let him play whoever he wants.
All right. So, 3Dub, you are up first. Is this in any particular order, or is this just any order for you?
From best to worst. Oh, well, I like them all.
Wait,
but,
best to worst?
Best to, the top 5 best,
Okay, gotcha.
But the best is the best at the top one. So,
all right. So, go ahead and give your first one.
My first one is Terry McGinnis from Batman Beyond.
I will give you applause for that one. I love Batman Beyond. Oh, wait, hold on. Ronan said be right back. All right.
Oh, cool.
So, chat, is that pumpkin spice or is that tomatoes? Feel free to start throwing them at 3Dub. I feel like this is going to be pumpkin spice, though, for sure.
Yeah.
So,
I haven't even seen the show, and it's a good.
What
show.
are you doing, Darren?
I know.
all right, Jake, you're up.
The first one I'm going to go with is the DCAU's Wally West Flash.
Just kidding.
Yeah, I know you are.
Look, the chat is giving thumbs up and pumpkins.
I got major pumpkins for that one.
Yeah, I see that. Parker's chiming in. Oh, Dalton, look at that. Starting with a banger pick from Fatman Plays.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Chat, keep track of which list you like the most so we can find out at the end. So, Darren, you are up next.
It's funny you say that, Jake, because I got very scared for a second. I'm going Wally West from Young Justice.
Yeah.
I might be one of my favorite fictional characters of all time. I adore what they did with him and Young Justice. Like, he was the heart of that show, and might be the most heartbreaking TV death I personally have ever seen. Spoilers for the show for anyone who hasn't seen it.
I feel like people would want to watch it.
Shit, Ronan, I'm sorry.
Damn
it.
Arguably the best moment in the entire show.
All right.
So that one's
so
up there for me.
Ronan, what is your first choice?
So 3W chose
Terry.
I chose Terry McGinnis.
Okay.
Terry, Wally.
Terry, Wally. Okay.
Yeah.
Wally from AU, Wally from Young Justice.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with the question from Justice League Unlimited.
That was coming. I knew that was
from
coming.
which one?
Justice League Unlimited.
Oh,
You've seen Justice League Unlimited?
Yes.
Jeffrey?
Yeah, he just hasn't seen Young
Yeah,
Justice.
he loves it.
I'm shocked.
I know. The question is just proof that like you don't need to focus all the time on your A-list characters, and there's plenty of stories to tell that don't involve, the Joker or Lex Luthor or whatever may have you. Like, just this guy and his dynamics and how he's very much one of the other few heroes that can keep the JL in check. I appreciate that, and the voice acting is phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. Lone Wolf says who? The question. All right, Joe, you're up next. What is your first item on the list?
All right, this is one I think people will agree that he may be more popular in animation than he was in the comics, because it's kind of an obscure character. And that is the Batman Brave and the Bold version of Bwana Beast.
Oh, I enjoyed that a lot. Yeah. No, that was great. Bwana Beast is one that I hear a lot, but I don't think gets used as much as some of the other supporting characters in the DCU.
Because he was in Timverse, he was in Brave and the Bold, then he appeared in Legends of Tomorrow, and I don't know what the hell they did with him.
And I know, spoilers. We already had one spoiler, but he dies on Brave and the Bold, and it's pretty tragic, because that's a pretty lighthearted show, and he's one major character who we saw die.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was honestly the side characters that made Brave and the Bold for me.
That's true. I agree with that. Okay, Lance, you've heard the first choices. Are you feeling good about the next ones or no?
Chris is like, I have no idea who that is.
I trust their judgment. I trust their judgment.
Okay. Well, you know, 3Dub's up next, so let's see.
If I were to just throw one out, I would have to go with a classic. Static. Virgil from the Static Show.
All right, well, there we go. Lance taking one away from somebody else, 'cause I'm pretty sure they were going to say that.
Yeah. I'm taking it now. I take the black folk. That's all I take.
Okay.
Wait,
Well,
Eric, are you not saying any?
No, I'm just monitoring the board. I'm just going to tell people my top one at the end.
I'm about to hop out though. You guys have fun.
Take care, Lance.
Gotta be up for work in the morning. You know.
In the morning.
Stripper poles aren't gonna do themselves. So.
Don't break it.
And that
Those
was
sound effects are so bad.
that was Lance's reaction when he used the pole incorrectly.
Hey, can you send me those so I could like terrorize them on my screen?
Yeah, for sure.
They're just in their Lancers inside the StreamYard.
Well, I mean,
They're just already inside the system.
There goes my neighborhood again.
well, you're gonna have to show
Mine
me.
too.
I mean, you can do that now. So.
I can.
Okay. All right. Bye, Lance. We'll see you later.
See you, bro.
I got to shift things around again. Now I got to go over here. And
Yeah, you get in that corner.
you don't like being in the corner anyway. All right. So 3Dub, you are up next. What is your next choice?
You shouldn't have let Lance speak, but mine was Static.
Oh my god!
Literally, that was my second choice, and I didn't have time to, because I was like literally next. I didn't have time to think of anything else. So Static is my number 2.
Okay. All right. Jake, you're next.
So, kind of in a similar vein as Ronan did for his last pick. This isn't going to shock anybody that knows me. I'm going to go ahead and do this one. From Justice League Unlimited, I'm going with Wildcat.
I felt like that was coming.
Had to, yeah. You had to know that was coming. You know, just your guy that was training a bunch of those characters: Black Canary, Batman. He roughed up Green Arrow a number of times too. I still remember watching that fight. It was
You were the biggest Ted Grant fan I know, honestly. Like the biggest one.
I love that.
Yeah, and I will own that too. Fun fact: I actually just today I ordered a Wildcat shirt, so that'll be coming soon.
And look, Chris says, "What a shock from you, Jay." Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
I will.
That was still followed by like.
It's like Darren and Lion King. I swear.
I'm surprised it wasn't your first pick.
Hey, another thing about cats. Well, it wasn't my first pick because I had a feeling someone might get to Wally before me. I feel like I was the only one that was going to say Wildcat.
So I will say this: Paigey typically loves JSA everything. So like anything JSA, he's pretty down for. He's gone on record saying he thinks JSA is a better superhero team than the Justice League as a team. Yeah. I
mean, I get it. I do.
Yeah.
And like I've been saying, yes, Wildcat is typically known for being in that older generation, that older time. No, Chris, don't lie. But I really think you could put him in like a prime age setting and have him be the same age as some of your other contemporaries. Where did Darren go?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
But yeah, you guys knew I was gonna say Wildcat, so wanted to go ahead and get that out there. Like Wildcat is to me as question as to Ronan. So
yeah.
That's just how it works.
Hold on. Why is that not working? There we go. I wish there was a way to hit a button and just like reshuffle. The StreamYard, if you're listening to me, shuffle button, please. All right. So next up is Darren.
It's me. Hi. My next.
That's me. Hi.
Oh, damn that song.
I didn't know I was playing a song. I'm sorry. My next choice, you can shoot this down if you want, because this is cheating a little bit, and that's completely fair. I have two characters I can't separate from each other for this one, right? They just go so hand in hand together to me. And that is My Adventures with Superman, Clark Kent, and Lois Lane. To me, those two together are just magic in a bottle. Those two cast together have made such an incredible pair, and I think very similarly to like Superman and Lois and what they're able to do as a unit together. Lois is just as important to My Adventures with Superman than Superman himself, and the way they write those two characters, the way they put them on screen, it's just
I will allow
brilliant.
it. I will allow
cool.
it. Okay, unless 3Dub says no, because 3Dub is the final say on that kind of stuff.
No, I'm fine.
He's not. I just.
Well, I'm fine anyways.
Yeah. Okay. Roded, what's up next with you? You got your next one?
I'm gonna go with John Constantine from Justice League Dark film. That was my entry to Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
And like I love that, like at points like he just throws shit at like Swamp Thing, and at like he calls what's his name? Is it Vandal Savage? No, who was it? It was somebody. He calls him a wanker, and I was like, I just remember laughing my ass off hearing that. Like, oh shit, a DC character can do that, but it makes sense that it's John. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
we need to get you on Legends, Ronan.
I know. I've seen a little bit of it. Yeah.
He's great on that show. When he comes on, he kind of takes over the show a little bit.
I was so pissed back in the day when NBC canceled his show.
Yeah. All right, Joe, you're up next. What is your second one?
All right. Well, a lot of this has to do with one of my all-time favorite comedians. May he rest in peace. Gilbert Gottfried as Mixius Pitalik on Superman.
Oh, so good. Yes.
That is
gosh.
so good.
That's a good one. Yeah. No, that was great.
I don't know. Wait, was this just characters or was it heroes? Because I don't know if I'd call that a hero.
Oh, does
It's
it
just
have to be heroes?
No,
Oh,
it's characters. I
Okay.
expanded it. Yeah.
because I had a
expanded
couple
it.
villains on here. So.
Yeah. No, you can do villains if you want. Like I expanded. I remember saying to make it easier because we're doing costumes or whatever of villains next time. So anyway, I have my 5, and no one has picked anything on my list yet. So I might be able to give all of mine at the end, which I'm pretty excited about.
Okay.
All right, so
the rest of mine.
well, we still got a few more, so I'm hoping that I was very careful about who I picked. Which, by the way, I want to do a thing where we have to build a team again. Remember we talked about that before, like build a team to beat like a villain or whatever.
I think it'd be kind of cool if we did like a build your own like animated Justice League team, like whole adaptations of characters from different animated media and meld them into your own team.
That might be kind of fun. 3Dub, what is your next one?
Well, since we can put villains in, that kind of changed my
go for it.
thinking. Mark Hamill's Joker.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I mean, you could still technically say him because Hamill's Joker was in a number of different
Multiple
things.
versions.
Yeah.
But
I said all of them.
Yeah.
I was like Mark Hamill's Joker. I liked all of his interpretations.
Oh my gosh. I do. So the one thing about this is when I was thinking about animated stuff, look, you're getting a lot of pumpkins. 3Dub usually gets tomatoes. So I'm seeing a lot of pumpkins for 3Dub. Look, thumbs up. 3Dub, I think you're on fire tonight. I think you're on fire
I'm
tonight.
first.
That might be what it is. That might be the magic number there. So putting you first, putting you
Because
number
I didn't
one.
have to think about like trying to
Backups.
think outside the box.
Yeah. Okay, so Jake, that brings us to you. What is your next one?
So this one's definitely a more well-known character, and this is going to probably come with a little bit of a hot take. I think that. So I'll go ahead and say it.
Hot take?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
It's a version of Superman, and I'll say that this is. This comes from an animated Superman movie, and I think this particular movie is better than any Superman live-action movie that we've got.
Okay.
Ooh.
And that is Superman from Superman versus the Elite.
Just
that
kidding.
movie to me just fully embodies what makes Superman Superman, and essentially gives the public what they want, which is a Superman that puts down their enemies, and then they realize how out of control that type of character can be, and just it really challenges Superman to his core, and I absolutely love that story. I would like to see a version of it done in DCU. So yeah, had to go with that one. I had a feeling that was so out of left field. I had a feeling I was safe with that.
I actually agree. That's one of my, I didn't see that movie when it first came out. I didn't even know. And then somebody was like, oh, there's a Superman movie where he kind of goes crazy. And there's like a clip, we say crazy, meaning like just unleashes his full power. And he was like, yeah, Superman versus the Elite. I was like, what? And then I watched, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Good movie.
I see what it is. Darren, you're up next on the list.
I am up next. Thank you.
There we go.
This might also be a bit of a hot take because this is a character that gets quite a bit
too many hot takes where it's overwhelming tonight. Go ahead.
Bit of a hot take. I look at this universe. People say they don't like this character like frequently because they're too annoying or they don't like it. But I think they are easily the best character within this little cinematic universe, and they are the biggest focal point. They get the most screen time, I would argue, and that's Damian Wayne from the DC AMU. For sure, it's the like movie universe that they go with.
The son of Batman movie.
That's one of them. Yeah, and he appears in like 15 other. Yeah, he keeps appearing up. And at first, it's like, well, this little shit. This guy is so
I don't know why.
annoying.
I just got really hungry, so I am ordering McDonald's. Just so you guys know. So
okay. But yeah, no, like he starts to look very annoying. You're like, all right, come on, Damian, blah blah blah. But as you see him develop through those movies, and by the time you get to what is it, like Justice League Apocalypse Dark, and by the time War, and the way he's fully taken charge, he's this fully developed character, watching him grow throughout these movies, it's like by the end, it's like I got really excited when they announced that Damian Wayne was going to be the main Robin, because I was like, if you can do what you did there on the grander scale in live action, I think people will fall in love with this character if you can write him likable enough. So I was a big fan of him over there.
Good choice. Ronan, can you beat that one?
I think I got an ace up my sleeve.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with OG Harley Quinn from Batman the Animated Series.
Oh,
specifically Arlene Sorkin.
Yeah.
I think she was just Batman the Animated Series. It was the first time I fell in love with the bad girls, and I was like, what the fuck is going on with me? Was it Catwoman and Harley Quinn? What the fuck am I going?
And Ivy too.
Yeah, and like I look at it now, and Arlene Sorkin doesn't get as much credit as she should be getting it now.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at now what the character's gone in comics and live action, and I'm like, I wish what Arlene Sorkin would have done if she had Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn's like costume or interpretation, or if she would have done, storylines from Amanda Connor's Harley Quinn run, and she's just a gem. She rivals, in my opinion, Mark Hamill's Joker on an equal level. And I mean, the fact that character was created in animation and then blew up even more now with comics and live action movies just speaks to the work of
that. Is that the most popular character that transferred over from animated to comics and then live action?
Probably.
I think so.
Yeah. Because the only other one I can think of off the top of my head is X-23, and it's nowhere near as popular.
Yeah.
It's not animation, but if you want to go back to the radio days, Jimmy Olsen originated.
That's right.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true. Yeah.
There's something to be said about Phil Coulson as well, which I know is not on the scale of Harley Quinn, but he did get 7 seasons of a TV show, over 100 episodes. Yeah. So that's up there as well.
Okay, Joe. So you are rounding off this round here. What do we got?
All right. If this one does, if we can't use this one, if this one doesn't count, let me know. I'll go with a backup. But it's a group. I got the Challengers of the Unknown from Teen Titans Go.
Okay.
Oh.
A Teen Titans Go reference. I didn't expect that. That's great. Yeah, that's great.
That was not on my bingo card.
Whenever they're on Teen Titans Go, they are hilarious. Because I don't know if you've seen the episodes with them, but they just kind of go around going, "Look at this, it's unknown."
No, I remember them, but I'm surprised that anybody would even mention that. I thought I honestly didn't think we get a Teen Titans Go reference.
That was like a taboo show.
I respect it.
That might be the most popular DC animated show in this house. I got 2 daughters, and they watch it all the time. And my wife and I love it. It's just so
I think it's
funny.
got a lot for kids and adults in that show.
There's a lot of jokes on that show. I've heard people say, "Oh, that show's so juvenile," and I'm like, "Hey, you haven't been watching that show. A lot of those jokes are so over the kids' heads. Like they make Golden Girls references. It's like, what kids gonna
isn't that like the longest running? Is that the longest running one of all the DC animated shows?
It's still going. Yeah,
it's gotta be. It's going into season 10, I think.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's about to pass Smallville, which is crazy.
That's wild. Before we move on, we got a couple super chats here. Naruto with the $5 super chat. By the way, super chats that I have almost paid for my McDonald's, which is great because I just ordered this. And I like to tip generously.
Loving it right now.
I am. I'm excited, ready for the Big Mac. I need Flurry from Peacemaker to meet Bird Person from Rick and Morty. That's hilarious. I can't wait. Honestly, I know this episode is going to be divisive because a lot of people are going to say it's their least favorite episode, like Darren said. But I can't wait to talk about what the potential of this episode and specifically the Michael Rooker character, because I have a lot to say about that. I have a lot to say about that.
You know what'd be funny is after the whole bit that Snyder and Gunn did on Rick and Morty, have John Cena on Rick and Morty as Peacemaker and have him and James do something.
We had another super chat here I'm not familiar with, and I know, Ronan, you're in California, right? Is that where you're
born in Cali, but right now I'm in Arizona.
Thoughts on OfferUp gets rid of shipping local only? Is that
so
real?
I've only heard about this OfferUp, and I'm about to maybe potentially use it. I don't know. I know like it offers people, no pun intended, the opportunity to like meet up in a place and give the person the exact item instead of having to like go through mail and worry about that stuff, which I don't mind. It can be dangerous, but if it makes
is that the reason why they're changing it, because of like the situation with like people getting scammed and stuff?
Probably.
Maybe. It's so I will just not really offer up, but my experience with something like this is like Facebook Marketplace, where you'll find something you want and then people will ghost you or whatever. I have always found the buddy system is the best system. If I'm going to go pick something up from somebody's house, I always take somebody with me. I always go with someone else.
That's what I'm planning on doing.
Something very public as well. Like, don't do, my house at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, it's come to my place. You can see everything I have in my house, and then later on you can case it out and decide if you're going to steal something. You know,
I have
Here's
nothing in
my
mine,
house
so
key. That's where I hide it.
it's true.
Like,
Three Dub's house is safe though because he puts everything in storage. So
yep, everything's empty.
Thank you for the super chats. Where are we at now? Right now, where are we? 7 out of 10. We might hit it, fam. We might hit it. We might hit it tonight. Lone Wolf with the Jolly super chat says, before anyone says it, Slade was he's calling it out before anybody gets it out there. He's claiming Slade. Wow, he's not even on the panel, and he's like, "No, I'm going to take this." Nobody's going to get to say it.
I'll be
that
alright.
haunted episode is the best damn episode of Teen Titans.
No, I agree. Chris says McDonald's is comfort fast food. Is that accurate for anyone else? I will say this, for me, it is the thing I remember the most from my childhood. I don't know if that's necessarily why I like it. I like their fries. That's essentially the only reason I really order from McDonald's.
I like their fries too. I like their nuggets.
Fries and iced tea.
Whoever put the S in fast food is a genius.
That's great. Is that a dad joke? Did you find that somewhere?
No, I've just heard that for years.
All right, so where are we at? We're at 4. We're number 4 already?
Yeah, 4.
Okay, all right. So 3Dub, go ahead, so I can go ahead and do the booze for you. Because actually, you got some tomatoes a second ago from someone.
No, I didn't.
The tomato isn't.
Wait, wasn't it? Didn't you get tomatoes, 3Dub?
Nope.
Got a bunch.
Not yet. Not yet.
Hold on.
I think
oh wait, no, Darren got tomatoes.
That was Darren for Damien. Yeah.
Oh. Wow. All right.
There's a hater. It's fine.
All right, so go ahead, 3Dub. You are up next.
This is I'm also going to do like a Superman version of what I like. It's from Tim Daly's Superman from 1996, and that's The Last Son of Krypton.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one. You know, for the longest time, DC owned animation in the sense that like there was only 1 or 2 Marvel things that were good, and everything DC was putting out in animation was good.
I mean, Marvel, like they were
the X-Men stuff from the 90s and most of the 2000 stuff is where Marvel shined.
So for Marvel, you had X-Men 90s, Spider-Man 90s, and not enough people talked about it, but that Iron Man cartoon from the 90s.
That's a really good rewatch now if you haven't watched it. By the way, Dalton just gave you tomatoes.
He's trolling.
He's trolling.
I
Yeah,
will
he's
die on the
crony.
hill that the best Marvel cartoon of all time is Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
Oh, I love
that
that.
cartoon.
It had that.
cartoon.
So the only thing I have to say about that is they had that weird short season that was only like 3 or 4 episodes long.
Yeah,
That was the best animation of the
Damn it.
whole show. But it was like it was done by
Oh.
a company, I believe, overseas. I think there was a company in I think Japan that did the animation for that one. Anyway,
I like the Hulk animated series a little bit.
The Hulk one is good. You know, I loved just that combo of Spider-Man, Iceman, Firestar. I want to see more of that. And little thing, they even reference that in one of the Ultimate Alliance games because they have Firestar in there whenever they're doing Civil War. And if you go onto the anti-Reg side where she is, and you talk to her, and she says, you know, there's a dialogue option where they go, "Oh, it must be nice hanging out with Spider-Man and Iceman again." And her dialogue response is, "It's always good to have such amazing friends." I'm like,
there we go.
And further, I'll just say this, sorry, but further on that, if you talk to her with either Spider-Man or Iceman, they make an even further meta joke. They say, "Hey, we three make a pretty good team. They should put us on TV or something." I was like, damn it, you guys, you knew what you were doing.
So Chris here says, in my opinion, Marvel took the top spot in the 2010s with Avengers, EMH. So Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
It's damn good.
I will say this. The DC animated universe was the most consistently good thing that DC had done outside of comic books in a long time. And then they stumbled and Marvel picked up the torch and they ran with it. And then Marvel's MCU has stumbled and now DC has picked up the torch. It's just passing of torch thing between these two companies. They can't be successful together at the same time. It's always one or the other.
As soon as the Marvel stuff started getting bogged down by brand synergy, then DC AMU was picking up speed. So
yeah. So Jake, you're up next, right? Did you say yours yet?
No, I didn't.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
So mine is another one from a movie.
Sorry, that was a mistake.
Darren,
I was like,
Darren was holding the baby, and I hit the scream at the same time, and that was like a jump scare.
That was very coincidental.
Just make sure Darren's not turning microwaves.
All right, there we go.
But yeah, my next one's also from a movie, and that is from Batman Under the Red Hood, Jason Todd.
Okay.
I wanted to go ahead and throw that one in there. Such a good depiction of that character. Has one of my favorite exchanges in all of DC animation between him and Bruce. Whenever Joker is on the floor in between them, and he goes, "You know, I forgive you for not saving me, but why on God's earth is he still alive?" And whenever Batman is essentially explaining why he can't kill Joker, even though he wants more than anything to do just that, I love that exchange so much. And I mean, like we all know, Kevin Conroy is the most iconic voice of Batman, and that will forever be the case. But Bruce Greenwood fucking nailed it as that character. And then you can tell how much heart and soul Jensen Ackles put into Jason Todd. I loved more. I love that animation style. I wish we could have seen more done in that style. And even Neil Patrick Harris did a solid job as Nightwing, I thought.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I would have liked to see more done in that style, but yeah, I had to go with Jason Todd from that.
All right. And next up is Darren.
Oh, hi.
What do you got?
My next choice. Someone in the comments said something kind of close to it, and I was like, "Oh, don't say it," but they didn't, thankfully. But kind of go hands in hand with their choice. I have Dick Grayson from Teen Titans from 2005 Teen Titans.
Okay.
I just finished that show actually last year for the first time, and that was such a fun journey. And Dick Grayson is easily, I think, the best character.
Only one on my list has been picked so far. I'm not going to tell you guys which one yet, but like out of all these, only one of them. That's pretty crazy. Okay, Roden, what is your next one? We're coming up on the end, so
I'm gonna go. Man, all right. I'm gonna try to stay from the main guys. I'm gonna go with something most recent and a character that I found so endearing, and that is G.I. Robot from Creature Commandos.
Oh,
I didn't think about Creature Commandos.
I mean,
that's a good one.
Robot that cares for his comrades and only has one thing in mind: a good time, and it's just killing Nazis. That is, I mean, that's That's beautiful. That's art.
Yeah, that is. G.I. Robot. So I went back and watched the season again because I had issues with him when I first watched it, and then I watched it again. I was like, no, he's really good. I really enjoy that character.
Mhm.
Great.
So it's very good. All right, Joe, do you have one for us for your fourth one?
I do. Real quick, I will give my controversial opinion on Batman. As much as I love Kevin Conroy, and I do love Kevin Conroy, for me, my default Batman voice actor, the voice I hear in my head when I read Batman dialogue, is always going to be Olan Soule from Super Friends.
Oh, that's going way back.
You know what?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But my number 4 is Bane from Harley Quinn and Kite Man. Hell yeah.
That's a fun one. That is a fun one.
Darren, you're muted.
I love that. I love it so much. Just like, I'm gonna blow up the Bruce. It's like, oh my god, bro!
The time travel toilet that they had on Kite Man, that's hilarious.
No, that's so great.
Like,
Take
oh
your
my god,
toxic masculinity back to
Getting
the
a lot of
80s.
pumpkins for that one, Joe, in the chat. That's a good one. That's a really
that's
good
such
one.
a good choice.
All right, so we are at the end of the list. So far, so good. I only had to replace one of mine. 3W, you were rounding it out here at the start. So come on, let's go. Where are you at? You're at the end of your list.
One of my favorite voice actors who basically had my childhood from like early 2000s, or well, before that actually, and that's Tara Strong's Raven from Teen Titans. She was in like almost every single childhood TV show. That
She's
I
voiced
watched.
so many things. I have to remember how many voices she's been over the years.
She was Timmy Turner. She was Batgirl, Raven. She was a lot.
10.
She's also Link in the X-Men Legends games.
Chris is throwing a bunch of tomatoes at
Ivy.
someone there.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is, but
I think it's me. He says he doesn't like the Harley Quinn show.
oh, got it.
Good show.
I don't know. I really enjoy it.
By the way, Tara Strong, she had a live action role with alongside Jeremy Renner in the movie National Lampoon's Senior Trip.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I saw that. Yeah.
She was Tommy from Rugrats too.
So just all these little things I don't know. Oh no, I hate.
She
No,
wasn't
I hate
Tommy.
Bane in the Harley Quinn show. Okay.
She
That's
wasn't
even
Tommy.
worse.
That's E.G. Daily. Tara Strong was Dill.
Oh, sorry, Del. Sorry.
All right.
I knew she was in there though.
Before we move on, let's see where we're at. We are still 7 out of 10 super chats. We got 7 minutes to get 3 super chats of any level to reach the goal. And this is a top 10 list, you guys. Maybe the top 10 number scares people. I don't know. It's
Scares
possible.
me.
Does it?
If
That's
anything,
a lot. It's a lot.
If anything, I thought people would want to see that more because it would just be even more
We have to put
chaotic.
in way more work. Yeah.
Yeah, we could do more. Spend the whole stream doing it. All right. So who's up next? Jake?
Yep.
Mhm.
Go for it. What is your last one?
So this is the only one that I will have picked from this show, and I really had to think about what character I wanted to put here. I'm actually a little surprised no one said it already,
Okay.
but I'm going to go with from Young Justice, Calderon Aqualad.
Okay.
That's
You said Young Justice, and I was like, hold on, but you didn't pick the one I picked. That's a good choice.
I was surprised no one said that. He is one of my favorite characters. Like, if I had to pick a single favorite character of that show aside from Wally, which Darren said, Aqualad would definitely be the next one that I would pick, just because he really brought the team together. Even though like Robin was the leader for a while, they had Aqualad as the leader for a good bit too, and he was the one that said, to Arthur in, I think it's the 2-part pilot, where he goes, no, we did the right thing here today, even if it didn't result in the way we wanted, even if it didn't, have the effect that we wanted. We made the right call going out here and doing this, and kind of forced the league to, start trusting them, which I get, from their perspective, and, just the way that he brought a lot of different morals to your different team members, like Dick Grayson, like Connor, like Magan, loved what they did with that character. Carrie Payton nailed it as the voice. He's also another actor that has done so much over the last 25 plus years.
You're getting a lot of pumpkins. Big pumpkin from Harrison James, which, by the way, Harrison James dropped a 99-cent super chat, which does count, which means we are now 2 away from our goal. Thank you, Harrison. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, it was tough to pick one Young Justice character, but I feel like I definitely had to go with Aqualad.
Okay.
I could have done my entire list of just the Young Justice characters.
Yeah, I feel like that could have been.
I tried to spread mine out.
Same.
All right. All right. So what's next for you, Darren, to round out your list?
My final choice. Now, bit of a joke answer, but I feel like I found the perfect loophole. I think this is going to seal my win in this competition.
Oh, so you think this is going to beat everybody's, and you're just going to take it from here? Is that what you're saying?
I know. I mean, I don't think anyone else has it, but I think
okay.
they're not thinking clearly because this is
all right
answer.
Swear to God, if you say, go ahead.
I have the greatest Flash of all time.
Oh no,
Grant Gustin from the animated Vixen.
From CWC.
From CWC.
Yeah.
I could have said Stephen Amell. I could have said Ralph.
You didn't want to say Stephen Amell.
You could have said the Ray. You could have said anybody from there.
You could have said Vixen.
Yeah, you could have. But he wanted to get Grant Gustin in.
I wanted to get my boy Grant.
So there he goes.
Oh,
tomatoes.
Immediately. Immediate tomatoes.
You just want to see a legend panel. That's fine.
Man, you could make a pizza with all those tomatoes.
Staggervorse says RIP CWC.
Pumpkin pizza.
Yeah, pumpkin pizza.
Oh. Dalton Bell's making a pumpkin pizza.
Yeah. All right. So I don't know if Ronan can recover from that one. That's a big one.
Just give him that, buddy. It's fine.
I deliberately chose not to bring out the heavy hitters like characters and be like, no, let's do a wild card team for me. I'm gonna stick with my most recent iteration of animation of DC, which is the Creature Commandos, and I'm gonna choose the Bride.
The Bride.
Oh,
yeah.
I think
good choice.
I think that she brings strength. She brings surprise because you know what the hell she's gonna do, either like just talk to you or just break your neck. And I think she can co-lead this squad, and you know I wonder what her dynamics would be with her ally GI Robot, with John Constantine because she hates magic, and with Harley Quinn in the question. So I think it's worth watching. I'll leave it at that.
She definitely rose up on the totem pole for me after watching the series again, but also rewatching that finale because God, I mean, she basically sent Nina to her death, and you can tell she feels guilty for it.
All right, so that brings Joe here to wrap up all of the round robins. And what do you got?
All right, I started with Batman Brave and the Bold. I'm going to end with Batman Brave and the Bold.
Okay.
John DiMaggio is Aquaman.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought we were there immediately. He was awesome in Brave and the Bold.
One of my favorites is when Booster Gold said he was having a sale on his menswear and it was 25% off, and Aquaman goes, 25% off? Those prices are outrageous.
All right, look, we did it in the clutch, literally in the clutch. We got our goal for tonight, which means we will be doing a top 10 list of your choice. If you haven't already voted on the Reloaded channel, feel free to vote. We got 60 votes in, but you still have time to vote because we're going to end it at the end of the stream. With that being said, I'm going to read my super chats, and then I'm going to give my list because my list is crazy. All right, just is. All right. Wait, hold on. Let me find out where it stopped at here. Lone Wolf with a $5 super chat said it's not DC related, but get back here, Shocker. I'll chase you to any of their Shocker. If you know, you know. That's a good one.
So Chad, I'm curious, who had the best list?
Yeah, chat. Let us know who had the best
mine.
list. Because I think mine's going to be the best, but they haven't heard mine yet. So we'll see. I'm biased, though, because it's my list, right? Jose coming in with $5 super chat. Last one for the goal. Thank you, Jose, for jumping in for that.
Thank you.
Lone Wolf says Raven, Teen Titans. That is all.
Oh,
all right.
Darren. Ouch.
There you go. What was it?
This is Chris, this is preposterous.
Ouch.
Candles Jr. with a $1 super chat. Thank you so much, Candle, for supporting the show. I do appreciate it. And then we have Staggervore, who I guess I just saw you for the first time a minute ago. Were you not here all night? 489 Super Chat. I just saw your discussion on the Paramount bid for WB. Oh, yeah, you must have been watching on playback, which I don't believe will or should happen. How would both HBO and Showtime coexist? Yeah, it's a mess. I don't see any way that the consumers or the fans win anything in that. It's literally it will reduce overall content output no matter what. So
holy shit, Darren. Why did you send me so many of these?
Okay. So here is my list. I will say that somebody took one of mine, but I think mine is still really good. Okay.
Which one since
the question. The question. I had the question on my list. And Rona took it. All right. So we're gonna go with Young Justice. My first one is Clarion the Witch Boy from Young Justice. I love that character.
Okay.
Does nobody like Clarion? No love for the cat and the magic? Like nothing?
I've never been.
Yeah, he's never been. No, I mean that's a good pick. That just wasn't who I was expecting. But
I was not expecting that.
My next one is from Young Justice as well.
Okay.
Dr. Fate from Young Justice.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah.
The next one is from Batman the Animated Series. And this might be too weird for everybody, but I enjoy this character. Do you know who I'm going to pick?
I think I know it, yeah.
The Creeper.
Yep.
From Batman the Animated Series.
Why did I have a feeling you were going to say that? Why the fuck did I have a feeling you were going to say that?
Me and Rona were thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
The Creeper.
Next on my list is from actually two versions of it, right? So Justice League Unlimited and the official animated series, and that is Vixen. I love Vixen from both of those.
Man, oh man, Vixen and Justice League Unlimited. I would just like, and it was weird. I remember later on seeing photos of Halle Berry and Flintstones. I'm like, wait a minute.
Wait, how many was that? Was that 3?
3, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. My next one is from Harley Quinn, the animated series, and that is King Shark from Harley Quinn. I love that character. So funny. So many great moments in the series. The whole like tech savviness of the character. I don't know, just a funny character to me. And last but not least is also from Young Justice. That is a character called Blue Beetle from Young Justice.
Yeah.
I love that character. Really did sort of set the stage for the movie that we got. And so really, really excited for that character. I see a lot of
the main character of season 2.
I see a lot of pumpkins for me. So Freakazoid, Freakazoid. Yes, that's a very common.
Yeah.
God, I used to love that show.
We need to get you on it, Ronan.
I used to love Freakazoid.
Eventually, I'll get on.
I want to tell you guys right now, I am really hungry, and they're still preparing my order. Preparing it. It's 1:30 in the morning. How many people could possibly be at the drive-thru at McDonald's at 1:30 in the morning on a Thursday?
Eric, their ice cream machine's broken.
I didn't order ice cream, thankfully.
I'm kidding.
I actually have. So I love the little. I guess it reminds me of school, but the little ice cream cups, the little Blue Bunny ice cream cups or whatever. I even ordered a pack of the wooden spoons, like from Amazon. So it's like I'm actually eating it like when I was in school. Anyway, I have a feeling that even though I tipped very good, they're like waiting because it's like late at night and they're going to wait to the last minute to go get it. And then I'm going to have cold fries and I'm going to have to get a refund. I'll let them keep their tip, but I'm still going to get a refund on it. Here we go. Superman. No, this is Chris's. Superman from Fleischer Studios. Good. Penguin from Batman, the animated series. David Ogden Stiers, one of my favorite actors.
Oh, yeah.
John Henry Irons from DCAMU.
Ooh.
Lex Luthor from DC Super Pets. That's an interesting one. I don't think I've ever seen that one. Batmite Paul Rubens from Batman Brave and the Bold. Yeah.
I was thinking of putting Clancy Brown's Lex on my list, but I didn't.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is up there. If I wanted to be cheeky, I could say Dwayne Johnson from DC Super Pets.
Oh my gosh. Chris says my list is terrific. Thank you. I appreciate it. Mr. Terrific.
I was thinking Green Arrow too, but I was like, you know what?
So we got Fetman here, and we're coming up. We're 5 minutes from ending the stream, but thanks everybody for hanging out in the panel and stuff like that. Make sure you go over, guys, and support everyone's channel as always. You got 3Dub, who hold on, let me Let you guys see the names. 3Dub from Creative Crusader channel. We have Joypad Jake, who I said, what was that called his channel the other day? Fun, was it? No, was it
Fun Pad.
Fun
Pad.
Fun Pad Jake. It's like, what am I talking about? You can watch his streams on Sundays. We have Darren from Pipeline Podcast, after the credits, before the credits, between the credits. You can watch all that over on his channel. Ronan Unchained, who streams on Fridays. Did you change your time again? Or are you streaming at a different time or at the same time?
I might do a little earlier. I felt bad going that late for the guys who are more on the East Coast, so I might go a little bit earlier mañana.
Okay. Dalton says Joe's List is his favorite. Okay. We'll love for Joe's List. You can check out Joe at Crazy Joe's Concession Stand and Crazy Joe's Adventures here on YouTube as well. Go over and show some love for everybody. And let's look at this list here. We got a couple people chiming off. Green Arrow from Justice League Unlimited, Batman from Flash. Oh, that's a good one. The Flashpoint movie.
Yeah.
I can't fucking believe I forgot about that one.
I have that on my list.
Which Batman
Thomas?
from Flashpoint, though?
Yeah, Thomas Wayne or Bruce Wayne?
I had Thomas on mine because Thomas is.
I have to reiterate this. One of my friends, who is not emotional at all, was crying at the end of that movie when Batman got the letter from his dad.
You're a hell of a messenger. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like literally in tears, because I told him, he came over, he had never seen it, and I was like, you have to see this Flashpoint movie. It's like the best DC animated movie I've ever seen.
I think I've just been forever tainted by that movie.
Dude.
Yeah. So it's a great thing. We had Nightwing from Young Justice, Captain Atom from Justice League Unlimited, and Aquaman from Justice League Unlimited. Good choices. Candle says my top two are Connor, Miss Martian, and Connor's Wolf. Okay, fair enough. By the way,
Honorable mention
to
Artemis, which was not mentioned in anyone's discussion.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I love Artemis.
And like while we're on Young Justice, shout out to Zatanna.
Yes,
I love.
We need to just do a whole like Young Justice like.
I feel like that's coming. I feel like that's going to be a thing. Candles Jr. says. Another fun chat. I love how you included chat. I always want everybody to feel included. I try to do as much as I can. We do have a busy chat, so I try to like at least acknowledge as many people as possible. And you guys make it fun. The chat is part of the show, so thank you guys for being here in the chat. Lone Wolf is a team member for 58 months. Thank you so much, Lone Wolf. By the way, new badges coming. YouTube up the badges for the membership. So anybody who's been a member for longer than like 3 or 4 years, I think now there'll be new badges. I have to look and see, but there'll be some new badges added this week. I've already started working on the artwork for them. Reverse Flash from Flashpoint. Such a great choice. Great choice.
Damn it.
You know, since Legion of Super Pets was brought up, I can't decide who I think is the better animated Batman. Will Arnett from Lego Batman or Keanu Reeves from
Keanu Reeves is
because they're both so good.
Yeah. So funny thing about Will Arnett is he hosts the Lego show on Fox, I think is what it's on or whatever. So he's not there anymore. But
someone else,
let me tell you, if you have access to it, and some people can if you have a VPN, there's a Lego Masters Australia that is miles better than the one in the US. Ooh. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that Will Arnett is not the host of it. So I'm looking forward to the next iteration with, I'm not a huge Nick Cannon fan, but I feel like he's going to be better than Will Arnett. Will Arnett is great at voice acting. I think he's great at that role, but in person, he comes off so like, I don't even know the word I'm looking for. Just not real. It feels like it's not a real person. And so I sort of. But there's
artificial.
A host. What is that?
Artificial.
Yes, that's a good word. That's a great word, 3Dub. Thank you for that. But yeah, the host for the Lego Masters Australia is Hamish, and they had a Legos Master All Stars International twice now, where they brought people over from the American Lego Masters or whatever. Their builds are better. And they do a lot of superhero stuff, a lot of like movie stuff. They've done 80s movies, 90s movies. They've done all these fun things. If you have a VPN, I highly suggest looking up Lego Masters Australia for sure. And I only thought of that because we talked about Will Arnett, by the way.
This stream is now brought to you by NordVPN.
He was BoJack Horseman. You know what? I should reach out to them because I do use Nord all the time. Let's see, Lego Masters Australia. So I think it's the original low key. Could be. I think it is 2 here. So I think it was the first one. Honestly, actually, no. There was a UK one, but it was all like it was in a tiny room with like a bunch of kids and stuff. It was a very different from the other ones or whatever. Anyway,
stop.
What? Wait.
No.
Wait, what did you say? Wait, hold on. What was the lore
I
behind
was
that?
giving Darren a hard time.
Okay.
I wasn't thinking dirty, Jake. You apparently were.
No.
Anyway, I'm gonna do one more check on my fries.
Just the fries.
Someone is picking it up. Thank goodness. I'm gonna get my fries in like 30 minutes, maybe.
Is fries all you ordered?
A shout out to Rebecca and the Toyota RAV4 for picking up my food this time of night. I'm gonna have to give her a shout out on stream.
Is fries all you ordered?
If you live in my area, make sure you hopefully get Rebecca to pick up your order for Uber Eats.
The only
Anyway,
thing you ordered fries?
Huh?
Is fries the only thing you ordered?
No, you can't because they charge you a bunch. I had to order a lot of things to get my fries.
I'm so hungry.
So I got chocolate chip cookies from the fresh ones, like the hot ones that you get. 2 orders of fries because I'm feeling very hungry tonight. And several different burgers because I will probably eat them overnight as I'm playing video games.
You're gonna have a food coma.
I'll be over your house.
I got a belly to fill. What are you talking about?
I had some pizza before the stream, so
I have pizza in the other room too that I can heat up. So I've got a bunch of stuff ready for me, honestly.
Tonight I had Domino's, but it was wings instead of pizza. And
3W, you are banned from the stream. We never order anything but pizza from Domino's. Okay?
I was in the craving for wings apparently. And
so that is heresy to Domino's, our Lord and Savior Domino's Pizza. So the banned from stream. Oh no, I see the super. We just talked about this. Okay. All right. I'm gonna thank you for it and give you my quick comment about this. Okay. Anonymous with the 199 super chat. Thoughts on the whole Charlie Kirk situation. My opinion on violence in this country has been consistent. I think we're at a point where things are bad. We don't know how to fix it. And I think that we need to take all of this seriously and really sort of course correct. Even if I don't like someone, I would be inconsistent in my values if I changed my values because I don't like someone. So my values have not changed. I still feel the same about violence in this country of any kind. Not a fan of Charlie Kirk as a person, but clearly we need to fix the whatever's wrong with our country. So, but thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate it. Yeah, I know
what DJ Eric said, and no comment.
Yeah. I mean, like so the showcast, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. We talked about it very briefly at the beginning, but everybody sort of conceded that, like, I feel like everyone thinks they have to talk about this in great detail. And I think you don't, like, whatever you believe, however you feel, take that with you when you're doing your voting. Take that with you when you're doing any kind of activities where you're going to be helping your community. You don't have to necessarily do this. And if you see channels, and I've seen them already, making 10, 15, 20 videos about this, they're doing it for the algorithm. Just know that. They're doing it for the algorithm. That's on them. That's on them.
And to kind of echo what you were saying earlier, like, okay, if you feel passionate about this, okay, that's fine. But you also need to feel passionate about all the shootings that happen.
Absolutely,
week.
Dude. I was about to say that, Darren. Yeah.
Every other
outrage toward all that you show toward one.
My heart goes out to the kids that went through what happened also today because they also had to deal with stuff as well.
It's crazy. There's even more. Look, I don't want to get into it. I saw like another thing happening today, and I'm like, I cannot believe the situation we're in. But I want to leave on a high note. So everyone have a great weekend. We're going into the weekend. It's after Labor Day, so my job sucks at the moment. Playing music at the nightclubs to about 5 people because no one's vacationing anymore. So that's what it is. But I still have a good time. So shout out to everybody. Everyone in the chat, be safe. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. All the people that donated super chats, you're amazing. You helped to reach the goal, which, by the way, before we end the stream, we are going to see which top 10 list we're going to be doing as our final thing for the night. Our final
What are you
thing.
laughing at, Roman?
Were you laughing at me? Or
It's all. I always feel like I'm out of the loop on whatever the joke is.
What happened? I missed it.
Yeah, I was looking, like, I looked this way and I see Darren just go.
Okay.
So
35% of the votes went to top 10 worst superhero adaptations.
Oh, god damn it.
So when we go live on Monday. Huh?
10 of them, so that means we're gonna have like 50 to 60.
Think outside the box is basically what I'm saying.
I'll say this: you guys already know one of mine, and no one better fucking take it.
Okay, so here's the way this is going to work. I'm going to do it the same way I did tonight. I'm going to wait till the end and just say all mine at one time because I feel like I want to be a gracious host and I take too many of people's things. So yes, I'm always a gracious host. What are you talking about? Anyway, well, Chris, we will do this. We will do it again. We'll do another top 10 later, but I'm not going to do it every week because it's like that's a lot.
Was this heroes or just characters?
Adaptations of characters.
Okay.
So they all count. So think outside the box. I know, Chris, it's fine. I appreciate it. Think outside the box. We're going to do it on Monday. So it's Monday will literally be the spoiler Peacemaker chat and the top 10 list. That's what we're going to do. And if we have some big, crazy news story that breaks the internet for some reason that is applicable to what we talk about, then we will do that. Otherwise, that is going to be the plan for Monday. Again, thanks everybody for... Yeah, go ahead, Darren.
Is it just comic book characters, or is it characters in general, like any adaptation?
Let's see.
I thought you said it was just DC, right?
Superheroes. So it's superheroes. Okay. So it could be like a cartoon adapted into live action. You could count that. Okay. Like that would count. It's just it's whatever an adaptation of the source material that you don't like, essentially.
So a comic book being adapted to a TV show kind of counts too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're just talking about like character adaptations, right?
Individual characters, yes.
Yeah.
I will allow teams if it's like a full team of people and you just want to include that team, but you have to understand that some people may pick one character from that team as well.
The X-Men.
Yeah. Lone Wolf says, can I potentially join the stream for the ranking? I know I've never been on stream, but I'd love to join for once. Let's chat about it on Discord, Lone Wolf. I don't have a problem bringing a guest in every now and again, depending on how many people are confirmed to show up. Because once it gets above like 6 people or so, it gets a little chaotic. But if you want to do it, we'll chat on Discord. I wouldn't mind having you on as a guest. So, yeah, exactly. I see that.
God damn it.
Oh, that's funny.
We're going to do it's same time every week. So Monday will be the normal time. So thanks everybody for coming. Support all the people on stream. Thank everybody that joined us, including the people that had to drop out, like Lance, who went running. Anyway, we're out. See everyone later. Bye.